I know for a fact that some of them today, they will not make $1. I know that for a fact because it's just a boat, I think, how many passengers? I think 400, and maybe they arrange stores. Maybe it's not going to be like business as usual when we had passengers just coming up the boats and taxi drivers would be able to negotiate tours with them. I don't think that's the way it's going to be. I don't know, but I doubt very much this is the way it's going to be. But I know for a fact one taxi driver making $1 today is better than no taxi drivers for a year and a half. So we need to ring the bell on that. We must ring the bell on that, because the one taxi driver or the two taxi drivers that's going to make at least $100 today, it is way better than none at all that have not been making a cent for. Could you imagine that, St. Lucia? 1 year and a half. A guy working at Point Surfing, but let's even don't remember, not even talk about the guys at La Place Carénage, because they don't know when will they see a cruise ship. But I think special preference will be given to Point Surfing than as opposed to La Place Carénage. If you have one ship coming in, it's gonna be going over to Point Surfing as opposed to La Place Carénage. So I think if the guys from La Place Carénage and Point Surfing, because of they have not made $1, maybe the president of Point Surfing could, when there's another ship, or next week when there's two other ships or whenever, can enroll some of the guys from La Place Carénage into Point Surfing to have them make $1. I'm not saying the entire crew down there, the entire membership of La Place Carénage, but at least 3 or 4 guys from La Place Carénage could enroll them into their roster and see if these guys could make $1 as well, because it has been tough. It has been tough for everybody. So we want to give the government, once again, the Prime Minister for his vision. And the caller, we had a caller earlier, and I kept saying that all day. I kept saying it all the time. This Prime Minister, while all the guns were aimed at him, he said, I am not shutting down this place. I am not shutting down this place. We have to coexist with COVID, and he saw the need to. And this is why we are where we are today. We need to ring the bell. I'm never going to stop ringing that bell today. This is why on Saturday we had 1,400 passengers leaving at the Hiranura International Airport and 1,200 plus coming in. Why? Because this Prime Minister is vigilant. He stayed with the course. He said we have to coexist with COVID, and this is what he did. And today, some people, including myself, I'm not going to keep myself out of it, including myself, is able to go down to the Hiranura Airport and make some money. Okay? Is it the money that I made before? No, it's not. But it is something that I could live on for a little while. Let's take a call. Hello, good morning. Okay, so we lost this one. This Prime Minister is unbelievable. And sitting next to him, and I have sat next to him on numerous occasions, when you look into this man's face, you see the sincerity. This man is so sincere as it comes. This is an individual we cannot afford to lose. St. Lucia, we cannot afford to lose this man. This is not a warning for myself. This is a warning for all of us. We cannot afford to lose Alan Chastanet as Prime Minister of this country. I am saying this out there. Hello, good morning. Hello. Good morning. Hello. You're breaking up, Dudu. You want to relocate? You're breaking up. Maybe go to another room. You're breaking up. You want to go to another location in the house or wherever you are? You're breaking up. Hello? All right, you might have to call me back. Let's take this one. You were breaking up. Hello, good morning.
Yeah.
Good morning.
What is it?
Hey, my brother, what's going on?
I'm good, man.
You want to relocate? You're breaking up. Yeah, your radio, I could hear it in the background.
Oh.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, man, like you're so right, man. We can't afford to lose this man.
We cannot afford to lose this Prime Minister, my brother.
I was this morning listening to that man and the callers with my brother.
Yeah, we cannot afford to lose him. This is not even...
And I just cannot understand why St. Lucians cannot see through the,
Now, we continue to make that mistake when we generalize. And it's not just you, it's just a figure of speech we all do. When we say St. Lucians or the people, some St. Lucians, and a small amount.
And a small fraction.
A small amount, brother, because we have to correct ourselves on that when we continue to say St. Lucians. When we say St. Lucians, you include all of us. We're generalizing because this is just a small amount of people that have. Listen to me. And that same small fraction, they just been biased. They too have seen the goodness of this man, you know.
Yeah.
They have seen that this man is going to make this country great. He's going to make St. Lucians proud.
Great. And the
they know
it. Genuine. When you listen to the man when he speaks, man.
My brother, when you look into this man's face, you look into his eyes, he speaks with a passion, and you could see he is one of the most sincere people you'll ever listen to. The sincerity in this man's conversation, my goodness. This man is unbelievable, man. This is a real guy, and this man is more ghetto.
Your friend from Continent, you saw that lady cry.
Yes, and she almost got me emotional as well, and I know there were some people that would cry.
That's what I'm telling you. That's where I dropped the test.
And you know why? She spoke from the heart. She said she's a mother of 3 kids, and when the Prime Minister, and she knows what's coming in September because she knows she has to go get books. And if you have a Prime Minister and a government that is going to take that burden off your shoulders, that will make you cry. It will make you cry.
That's why I get the emotional.
You must get emotional when you hear people, because this is not a fake, you know. This is not a story.
Talking to the Prime Minister.
My brother, this lady is not, this is not a story. And there are thousands of people like that. When you are struggling in some way and you see there's a light at the end of the tunnel, and you are saying to yourself, my goodness, thank God you are going to relieve me of this problem. This is why this lady, she got emotional this morning.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, people, and I felt for her too, and she's one of my favorite people. I was supposed to go by her yesterday. I didn't have the time to, but I will see this lady.
She always calls.
And listen to me. Us men, we have to pull up the slack. I know things are tough, but if things are tough for men or fathers, it is much tougher for the mothers. Because the mothers are the ones with the kids at the house. They're the ones saying, Mommy, they're the ones saying, Mommy, I'm hungry. Mommy, I'm thirsty. Okay? The fathers that are out, they're not saying anything like that. They're not saying, Mommy, I'm hungry. Mommy, I'm thirsty. The mothers are the ones, even if she don't have the money to feed them, but she's the one being burdensome with the constant hearing of, Mommy, I'm hungry.
Yes.
Fellow guys need to step up, my friend.
Yeah, man.
I'm not saying I'm an angel, you know. I was once upon a time a young boy. Thank God all my kids are way up there in age. But we have to step up. We have to step up. All right, my brother.
Yeah.
Have a good one.
Man.
All right, beautiful. Hello, good morning. Thanks for holding. Hello. Good morning. You seem to be having a little problem, my friend, with your phone today. I cannot get you properly. You want to go somewhere else in the house or wherever you are, because apparently you're breaking up today. Hello? And I think I recognize the number on the voice. I think that's my lady friend, but I can't hear her properly. Hello, good morning.
Brother Champagne.
My brother, good morning.
My brother Champagne, I have told you, I have talked to you about that gentleman.
Yes, you have.
And every day, to see what I'm talking about.
Yes, sir.
I didn't know him because of politics. I didn't met him because of politics.
Yeah.
I knew him long before that.
Yes, sir.
You see what happening there? For him to see the children and to see young people get back to work, that is a joy.
Yeah. This guy is unbelievable, my friend.
I am telling you, people might look at it as it is, you know, no. If you've never been around that man, some people who hate him, try to find a way to just have a word with him.
Yeah, I don't think they hate him.
That's all I want people to do. And I keep on preaching that to many friends that I meet up with. And I always say, fellas, let me say something to you. When I ask them the question, who can tell how sharpness? That's some what happened, that's some man, no.
I don't think they hate him, Gola. I don't think they hate him. I don't think they hate him. You cannot hate someone, although it could happen, but why would you hate someone that has done nothing wrong to you?
Exactly.
That is, I don't understand that.
Right. And there are a few of them I introduced to him already. And when they finish, they say, that's what you say is true.
Yes,
yes. Loving man,
yes.
Answer every question on the man.
That's right.
Brother, let me say something to you. You see, as you on that shoulder, there are people that will be against you because of the love you get from.
It's true.
To say, well, you're a rich man, you get.
It's true.
but the love you're getting from other people.
That is true.
Already carrying some.
That is
some
true.
Jealousy.
You're right on that. You're right. And I like the word you use now. They don't hate him. They're just jealous of his achievements and what he's able to do, his capabilities. That's what they hate. They're jealous of.
And like I say to people, that's just the tip of the iceberg.
I believe that.
They haven't even seen nothing yet.
Mm-hmm.
And when you see he gets a chance in this coming election to sit, people will understand what that man means to this country.
My brother.
The man have love to share, and the man wants to show more to this country than anybody that will want to. See, people just coming in there just want to talk about, oh, put me in there, and you'll see what I'm going to put you in for you to see. You must have love.
You have to have it.
And I'm not talking about
love for the people.
Being in there. I'm talking about it long before he been in love.
Love for the people.
There. And he have shown love.
This man.
He have shown me love. He have shown love. That I know.
The more I sit around this man, and I know the man for a little while, I know him from way back, even the Jazz Festival time when he introduced it to St. Lucia. I was very much part of it when he brought it about. I did not get the opportunity to speak to him on long periods, but we spoke just hello, 2 minutes, 1 minute during that time. And the more I sit around this man, analyze this man is an angel, my friend. This brother, man is an angel.
Brother, that is a man that will take out his shoe and give it to another person, you know.
Easy.
I am telling you.
No, you don't have to tell me that. I know that. Easy.
Right?
Easy.
This is a man that he will keep what he will give you what he don't have, palace what he have, you know.
And this is the reason why yesterday on my show, on the Prayer for the Nation, people continue to ask for prayers for the Prime Minister, ask prayers. Why do people do something like asking for prayers for God to bless the human being? It is because of the goodness of this human being. I don't believe people will ask for prayers for a wicked man. I don't think so. Okay?
Yeah, my brother, that's why I always say to him, God, I love you.
This man is great.
What I see you trying to do for my people, I love you.
This man is great, my brother.
And I mean what I'm saying.
This man will make us proud.
Man, a genuine person, and that man will take us
to
the promised land.
This man will make us proud.
To take us out of this crisis.
Yeah.
And bring us, all of us.
Amen. All right. Thank you, buddy.
Keep the good work, my brother.
Thank you, my brother. Have a good one. All right. This man is unbelievably remarkable human being. Hello, good morning. Hello. Thanks for holding.
Hello.
Good morning.
Hello. Hello?
Good morning. I could hear you.
Me?
I can hear you.
Oh, yes, okay.
Yes, go ahead.
Good morning, Champagne. I'd like you to do me a favor.
Please.
I wanted to call the Prime Minister's show this morning and talk to him myself, but I didn't have a number.
Mm-hmm.
Can you hear what I'm saying?
I can hear you, loud and clear.
Okay. I would like you to talk to him or his people and tell them, I don't understand how come when the Prime Minister is talking to the nation and saying all, the things that we want to hear anyway, and I think he will do them, that there isn't someone interpreting his English into Creole, because not everybody speaks English, and the elderly, the old, a lot of them don't really understand English too, especially if you're speaking too quickly. And there should be somebody saying every word the Prime Minister say, someone is saying it in Creole, for those who cannot see, cannot hear, cannot understand. Find other means of getting through to the people.
Okay.
I just wanted to bring that up.
And I agree with you, caller, but the Prime Minister's visit this morning was not an arranged visit. They were coming from the docks at Point Surfing, and he saw it fitting to come into the program. So it was not arranged where you could have a translator in Creole. But what you're saying is very good.
No, listen to this. No, it wasn't about this morning's show. It was about... I think it was yesterday, and he's talking about what he wanted, the 5 for 5, what he wanted to do for the country.
On Sunday, yes. Yes, I agree.
And he should have somebody there, telling the other people that
I'm going to mention it. I'm going to mention that.
I don't think I don't think it should happen after the show, after he's done the show, and another show might talk about it in Creole.
Right.
There should be somebody there with him at all times.
I agree.
Doing that.
And they will look into it. I will make
All
mention
right.
of it. All right, darling. Thanks a lot. Beautiful. I think the caller is right. Hello, good morning. All right, so we lost this one. Let's take this one. Hello, good morning. Hello. Good morning.
How are
Hello.
you, Mr. Chair?
Good morning. I don't know why we're not getting connected today. There seems to be a little problem, but I have taken so many calls from the WhatsApp platform. Apparently, you're in a bad location, darling. I'm so sorry, and this is my little lady. I'm so sorry I can't hear this morning. She probably is in a bad location. Good morning. Hello.
Boy, good morning. How you doing?
My brother, how you doing?
Boy, there. I'm sorry that you can't get your...
My friend, yeah, my girlfriend. I can't get her this morning.
That might be giving you...
It gave me a little problem because she got me almost got me emotional this morning when she was speaking to the Prime Minister.
Yeah.
What's going on, my friend?
Boy, there. What do you think of the marriage of confidence?
Boy, let me tell you something. I have looked at this thing, and this is so shameful on the part of this man. But then when I started to reflect on it, and I said, this man is no spring chicken. Now, I really didn't want to go there, but you asked me, so I'll engage you. This man is no spring chicken. The man's motive is to take control of the Labour Party. This is all this is. Because if you have a girlfriend, let me try to see if I could get a little scenario. If you have a girlfriend and you catch her with some other guy, and you run out on her, you say that thing destroy your life. And then 2 months later, the guy left her. You go pick her up again. Whatever you take is yours. That's according to the old people, Saujwen Chebe. Saujwen Chebe. This is what I'm seeing in this marriage right there. But listen to me. This thing, it is so distasteful in my mind. I'll tell you why it is distasteful. Because I was there with the man in Flabo, and I saw this man as a prince. Not just me, and I've said that on numerous occasions. I saw this man as a prince. We all did. I got myself into trouble already.
For him?
With customs. Yes, sir, with customs. And I don't want to go into too many details. I've been working at the airport. When I saw the man came at the airport, I ran over to help the man with his luggage, and that spurred up a controversy. I got myself in problems for this man. Not just customs, with other Labour Party people. Not physical, verbal confrontations. You understand what I'm saying? Not once, not twice, not 3 times. Why? And that is why the Bible said, put your trust in God, not in man. Okay? So when you see this man, all of us that loved him, Sweet Juice and Skinny and all the other guys that surrounded this man, love this man, see this man as an individual that we seen that could take charge of Flabo and help us to be what the powerful political party that we were supposed to be. And today, the conversations, the words that we level at this man in all kinds of derogatory way, all the nastiest of words someone could level at someone by the same people. I have to speak about that. I cannot keep my silence on that, because the very people that spoke about this man, against this man, they were speaking to me. Not indirectly, directly. You know the amount of confrontations, my brother. My brother, the man and I, we had a relationship in the party. You listening to what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The man and I had a relationship. And I'm not even talking about people like Sweet Juice. Sweet Juice and the man were brothers and brother. Skinny. All of those people that surrounded the man with love. And today, the same people we were always in confrontations for, I know it's the way of the world. I'm not a baby. I mean, I'm 58 years old. I'm not a baby. But I am saying to you, when you see these things happen, you need to look up and ask yourself, the Honorable Guy Joseph said it best last night, who are being fooled? I was fooled. And I'm not ashamed to say it. I was fooled by this man. Sweet Juice was being fooled. Skinny and a lot of other people have been fooled by those types of people every single day.
Yeah, I understand you. Do you think that marriage of convenience is because that is an individual that is looking only after himself and does not have the best interest of St. Lucia and St. Lucian.
My brother, I named the man party before that marriage. Did you remember about 3 weeks ago what name I gave the man's political party? Let me see how well your memory. How well your memory is. I named the man party RFA. You know what that stands for?
Now tell me.
Richard Frederick Alone.
Okay.
I said that about 3 or a month ago without any indication of him and Kenny would be hugging.
I mark it now. I have it.
RFA, and I could only tell you the reason why I said that because I know. I'm not going to go into details on that aspect. I know this man will sell all of these guys combined. This man is not a spring chicken. He's not a stupid person. You see that hug there? Before Kenny Anthony knows it, he will be washing Richard Frederick's car. You think this? Listen to me. You have to admire Richard Frederick for some things. He's a genius. He knows how to manipulate you. He knows how to spin you around and get you back the same spot. This man is not an easy person, you know.
Well, I think he will get the surprise in his life sometimes.
No, well, let me say this. Well, that is for him. But let me say, when the man could have Dr. Hilaire come down and beat Pan in Castries Central.
Oh, yeah.
You think let me tell you something. I have to give the man what is his. You understand what I'm saying? This man is brilliant in that regard. He is brilliant in that regard. And before long, Hilaire, Kenny, Pierre, Claudius, Leo Clark, all of these guys will be answering to Richard Frederick. Mark my words, today is the 29th day of June. As long as he's accepted into the SLP, which I think he will because they are very weak, they are vulnerable, they must have him.
As far as I'm concerned, he is already accepted.
He is because they don't have a choice, they are weak. They are very vulnerable. Okay? They have to have him in there because he's a voice. Because when you look at Kenny Anthony, Pierre, these guys are gone. These guys are like dry sticks. You just break these guys. These guys have nothing to offer. Absolutely nothing. And we all know it. The people that are supporting these guys are because they are supporting the party. Man and man, if you look at Dr. Anthony, Philip Pierre, and these guys, the people are not voting for these guys. They are voting for their party. These guys have nothing to offer. It has been proven. But I am telling you, this general, and I call him general, I give him his kudos because he's not an easy guy. This guy is brilliant in what he does. Richard Frederick will have Kenny Anthony, Philip Pierre, Leo Clark, Claudius, all of them will be washing Richard Frederick's car. Remember I tell you that?
No, see, when you truth, he can control you.
No, me.
RFC.
Control.
Yeah.
You have to admire some things, that even if it's bad, you still have to give it the kudos. Because I'm telling you, this man is a general. And these guys there, they think in that embrace, they think it's an embrace of love. It is not embrace of love. I saw a movie one time called The Black Widow. You saw that movie?
Yeah.
When you get a bite, you finish.
Yeah. but I see it as a plus for us. I think they're going to lose some votes.
Let me tell you something. Even if there were 10,000 Richard Frederick, we can't lose that election, not even if we want to. You understand? The introduction of that marriage is nothing to harm Flambeau. That is, in that aspect, it is the weakest thing you could ever imagine.
Because that's why I tell you a marriage of convenience.
Yeah.
You know, I think it's going to augur well for us.
Yeah.
We're going to get more votes. But when we win that election, I think the Labour Party finishes.
The Labour Party will be done. I could tell you some of the people that will be out of there. Dr. Anthony is itching for the elections to be called for him to go and relax his body somewhere. I know that for a fact. Pierre, same thing. These guys cannot wait for that. They would love the elections would be this coming Monday, so they could finish with this thing. A lot of these guys, they don't have anything to offer, Scotty.
We know that.
They don't have the energy. You're looking at an Alan Shastney, vibrant. The man is agile. When this man is on the move, this man he keeps moving. He never stops.
Look, he have given you his 5 for 5.
The 5.
He have given you 5 for 5.
And the 5 to stay alive in less than 2 years. That was established.
Yeah. And it wasn't for that COVID-19. Would have been already operational.
Anyway, my buddy that continues to talk about me, I consider him my buddy still, you know. We're on separate sides, but let me tell you something. I'm happy what he's doing to the Labour Party. You know what? Why? Labour Party have done too much mischief to St. Lucia. So I want him to go inside of there and destroy all of them. Now listen to me. I am not going to vote for him because of the name. I will not support Labour Party. I will not support Richard. No. But I want Richard Pejie to go inside of there and bring Leo Clark, Claudius, Pierre, Mosa, Kenny, all of them to their knees. And mark my words, that must happen.
Yeah, because we have the sea already controlled.
Yeah. All right, buddy.
Okay, man.
Thanks a lot.
Nice
Have a good day.
you.
All right, beautiful. Hello, good morning. Hello.
Good morning, Champagne. How are you?
My brother, what's going on? I'm good.
Yeah, let me tell you, the two callers ago, the lady who mentioned that the PM should have a person interpreting in Creole.
Yeah.
She took the words out of my mouth, but he should also have a sign language person converting his speech into sign language so that the other people who are unable to hear.
Is this society been taught sign language, scholar? You know?
Oh yes.
Yeah? On what level? What percentage? Because I don't listen, let's have a little conversation. I don't know. I see sign language on TV. I have no clue what's happening. And I don't want to speak for everybody, but in my mind, I don't think sign language have been taught to St. Lucia in a wide scale.
Oh yes, well, because you have the deaf school, and there are a number of people who are able to sign in this country. In fact, from Miku, from the Liberty Baptist Church, there are a number of sign language people there. From the ambassadors in Beaufort North, there's also sign language people. Mainly the churches, but it would be good for him to have. It'll be a plus for him.
I think it would. On another note, you think what percentage of our people you believe that really don't understand English? I don't think it's too much of a high percentage. Maybe back in the 80s, maybe, but not now.
You would be surprised that a large percentage of our young people do not understand Creole.
Really?
Sorry, I'm thinking Creole now. No, they understand English. I was thinking Creole. No, sorry.
Yeah, that's what I asked you. What percentage you think of our people?
There are some of the older people who cannot follow English as well as we do.
Right.
They may understand if you speak slowly, but
yes.
if you do a speech and you're focusing on your speech, it would be difficult for some of them to understand. They would always have to ask somebody to tell them what the PM has said. Yeah. So I think the lady is quite right.
I think she's right.
But I would say to add to that, have a sign language person as well doing it, especially those very important speeches. It would be good. It would be a plus.
Because when I was growing up, my family had some property in the Hudson area, and we go up there often. And you would see all of the young kids at that time, my age group, they would not speak English. But today, it's a total difference. It has been transformed into on the other side of the coin. All the children in the outer districts don't speak Creole. If you go down to Stanley, you go down to Soufrière.
That's what I wanted to say. Not English. It's the older people now who you have to cater for.
Yeah, because the young kids, they don't speak.
A lot of the older people.
I'm there. I can hear you. Go ahead.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, all right.
Yeah, you were saying the older people.
A lot of the older people are UWP supporters, so it'd be good to cater for them.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%, and I agree with the caller as well.
The part of the whole thing.
Yeah, let's see what happens. I could make mention of it, and I know they're listening, so someone probably has make mention of it.
Right.
Yeah. All right.
Right. Okay.
Thank you, my brother. Beautiful. All right. Great. Hello. Good morning. Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning to you.
Yes, Mr. Champagne, I always appreciate it when you're on. I only like calling with you and ring the bell, whom I have missed.
Thank you.
Let me say, from somebody who is trained in linguistics, that's my area.
Yes.
Let me say that there is enormous value to what this caller has said and
Yes.
the lady who said about the
I believe-
need for. Yes, let me explain.
Yes.
You see, a language is power.
Yes.
Mandela says, when you speak to a man in a language he understands, you only reach his mind. But if you communicate with a man in his language, you reach his heart.
Yes,
I truly believe in that.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Yes, over the years of teaching, I have seen myself communicate with parents on a different level when I realized that the parent couldn't speak English fluently. I resorted to Creole, and oh, what a
A
relief.
difference, yes. Yes.
Yeah, big difference. And I think while you're trying to say maybe there's not that kind of demographic in terms of the Creole, I think the Prime Minister himself will appreciate that there may be such a need. And that is something I've been crying for with Sky FM.
Yes.
First of all, let me say that tu wè pate radio Sky FM,
Oui.
tout cough from both No.
And I love the way you put
Let
it.
me say
I love the way
that.
you said it in
Now,
Creole.
having said that,
Yes.
ask me to say that in English.
Say it in English,
With
then.
the same effect.
Yes, yes, yes.
It wouldn't have the same effect.
It is true.
I watched the UWP in 2016.
Yeah.
Because I was in my own campaigning on Facebook, getting
Right.
all names called at me, all kind of things.
Okay, that's
In
what they do.
2016, I watched the UWP kidnap the populace
Yes.
with a simple term.
Your pair,
Your
yes,
pair.
yes, caller, well
That
said.
is what our Creole does.
That's right.
It connects.
That's right. It connects. It connects.
Okay.
That's
Yes.
right.
And it did that. And it's still doing it.
It is.
From nous ka vote.
Nous ka vote, nous ka vote. That is right. That is right, caller.
What can you do with that in
That
English?
is right. That is right.
When Boss Al comes, you
Now,
can
now,
really
now,
do
now,
that in English?
let me say something based on what you just said. If you
Yeah.
had to use the "yo pair" scenario, the slogan in English, and say they're afraid, that didn't have any taste. That would not have
What
any
is your
impact.
pay in English?
Yeah,
They are afraid. Yeah.
No impact.
That's false start.
No impact.
As a people,
Yes,
we
yes.
are Creole.
Yes.
And don't say about the youth are not into Creole. Look at the success of Denry segment.
Yes, yes.
And
it's
don't
true.
you tell me that we are not Creole.
It is very important, but
Even
what
to
I
the
saw,
youth.
what I found out, caller, sorry, it is very effective, but what I found out, and I did my own observations on that, I realized that the children in the outer district don't speak Creole, they speak English. All of them, even when they play around, they don't speak the Creole.
That is true. That is true.
They
That's
don't.
happening. I saw that. I
Yes.
saw that in teaching, that many of them don't speak the Creole.
No, they
speak
don't.
English. And
Yeah.
it has a lot to do with the television infiltration from American culture. A lot of that.
Right.
But they understand.
So you
And
think
more-
you think we may lose our Creole in 50 years, maybe if our kids,
I remember writing a paper on that 7 years ago. I am hoping not. I am hoping not. I know this linguist, he's a St. Lucian. Angus, he believes that we will because there's something called language death. I'm hoping that doesn't happen because our Creole is weak. I only understand Parliament when I hear Creole. Believe you me.
Yes.
Yeah, so what we have to focus on now is
Yeah.
that we have an older adult population
Yeah.
where you have people who are very versed in Creole. They are comfortable with it. They understand English.
Yeah.
They may understand in a superficial way what the Prime Minister is saying.
Right.
But when you come and lay at their level, it is more easily digested. And we need to do this because this is a competition. The other side have people who communicate in Creole.
Yeah.
They say things in Creole. They spread the lies in Creole. It is injected into the minds of these older people, and they repeat it. I watched a particular news media where the people went around on the street speaking to people, and they were saying things like, Kimanyosa Sekavini 545, le lot 5 lighted the Ipoko.
You see that?
I'm like, oh
And that has been
no.
implemented
But
so
that is
long
not
ago.
true. Se munani poko for lot
Yeah.
5 la chatlete the lighted 5 to stay alive la.
Ça
He
va
has fait, he
longtemps.
accompli un trois mois.
3 mois, oui.
And that has to be said. And then, for one, my problem with Fly FM, not enough female representation,
Okay.
and two, not enough Creole representation.
I respect that, and we could work on that. But this is why the Honorable Guy Joseph would never make a statement if he doesn't inject Creole into it. His presentation, you have Nancy Charles would also make
Guy
Creole in
Joseph
it.
is an astute politician, and I think he understands the meaning of reaching everybody. You have to understand your demographic, and you have to reach them. For example, Flobo Fire Friday, that is reaching a particular demographic, and I think it's working.
It's working with
and
the
as
youngsters.
old as I am, with all my teeth falling out,
still watch
I like it.
I know.
I like
There's
it.
a lot of older people that enjoy it. I watch
cannot
it.
try the moves I'm seeing there because I don't have the gymnastic ability and the agility for that.
Yes.
But I like it because I'm looking at the number of views, I'm looking at the thousands of comments, and I'm seeing it's penetrating.
It
so
is
you have penetration with it.
Yes.
I think,
it has attracted another section of our society.
So that's what you want to do. That you want to make those inroads.
That's right.
And I wish to see that on Sky FM that we are penetrating another demographic,
so give me
another age group with the Creole speakers, so that a lot of the disinformation is debunked. We want a lot of that. En chaque mot, on ça y a en chaque bagage Richard dit qu'on est tourné et malmené cerveau et puis
So give me a slogan, a Creole slogan we could use this election. It doesn't have to be today, but you call me again. Give me a nice slogan we could use in Creole.
I think I'm hearing a repeat of the Yope, and I think it's good. I'm not thinking of replacing what's there, but I think
the Yope still works now.
In terms of the analysis and explanation of information of the government's prominent achievements, these things need to be said in Creole. There needs to be this Creole parallel. I was Spider speak, and I'm like, oh boy, you should be in the Gozile area. I want my Creole listeners, my Creole speakers, don't procrastinate. While you may have people who can speak English in Solution, but they are more fluent in Creole. So it connects with them, and we need to try to debunk a lot of the lies, the nonsense about the government is into its 6 years already.
Can you believe that?
The 6 lost horsemen who all need a psychiatric eval, by the way, before they go for election.
Now, caller, this thing about the government has expired 5 months and we're into the 6th year. I blame both parties for that. I'll tell you why. Our people have not been educated in a lot of things in this country. In regards to the criminal code, there's no one that, although it's available on Facebook and the books are there, yes. But when you tell me you have a House of Parliament, our people are supposed to know by now all of the operations in the House of Parliament, all the Constitution. Yes, it's there. I have made my research. I read it. You read it. What about the people that want to just hear it? So someone should have been reading the Constitution. So today, the first sitting of the House is the exact time when the House is supposed to be dissolved after that. Nobody explained that to our people. So all of the people are thinking, well, elections were supposed to call on June 6th because 5 years expired from June 6th of 2016, of 2021. You understand? There needs to be a level of education where people should go out, especially for our people that really don't know how to read, to say, okay, so, élection, c'est pas accueilli après 5 l'année. Après 5 l'année, la Constitution n'a dit ça, l'année, l'autre 3 mois, Premier ministre, ça travaille, et puis, but nobody goes out to tell the people that.
No, they won't. They won't because there's power attached to being educated.
Understanding
things and knowing things, there's a certain power attached to that. And not everybody in the field of politics wants the people to have that
information. I'll give you the bell on that.
To them.
That's right. They keep them in the dark. They keep them in the dark. Yes.
Next time you give me the bell, I want ice cream with it, huh? I have not had ice cream since Sir John died. So the last time I had ice cream was February of 2007.
Why is that?
Because that was the only Prime Minister, Daddy John, who ever gave me ice cream and cake for independence.
You heard the
So
Prime
the last
Minister.
time I had my ice cream and cake was February of 2007.
What a remarkable man this man was.
Yeah.
Sir John
So, well,
Compton.
that if I have to talk about Sir John,
My
now that will
goodness. It's going to take all day.
years and years.
I was going to ask the Prime Minister a while ago. I was not the moderator. When he made mention of Sir John was able to save every year $100 million to put aside. And I was going to ask the Prime Minister, why was he able to do it and other Prime Ministers couldn't do it? But
Couldn't
then he
do it,
yeah, you know, but that was something. And that is special to save $100 million.
Yes.
Kenny couldn't do it. Nobody else has done it. Only our Prime Minister now, because of the gas tax, now he's putting that money aside so we could borrow money and pay back.
Yes.
It is
And
so-
that is why the UWP worked.
Amen.
The UWP worked because of Sir John having started this party,
Yeah,
and
the
I
model.
believe he was endowed with a special divine blessing to
Oh,
do
yeah.
so.
Oh, yeah.
And whenever the UWP is in power, there's undertaking, there's projects, there's work. Whereas
goodness.
with the Labour Party, they're solely interested in just gaining
Being
power
in government,
and,
that's it.
and boasting and bragging and
Yes.
rewarding their
Themselves, yes,
but they're
yes.
not interested in work to advance and develop the nation.
Colin,
they
you
don't
know-
have a vision for
They
the nation.
don't. They never do. You know when
No,
the Labour Party...
Panissa.
When
Yo
the
pa
Labour
non
Pa-
vision
Yo pa jamais
pour
dit.
avancer nation. Yo pa non vision. On wè pou di, kote mwen vle wè
Non, yo banning. Yo banning. Yo banning.
En 50 ans. Si ka se la vie, e kalite la vie mwen vle wè bay pepla.
Yeah, they
Labour Party Panissa. Labour Party se gen pouvoir. En ton pouvoir pou réjouir, yo en pouvoir. Et pour récompenser tout Ariel yo, tout outils yo, tout travail yo, tout engagé yo.
That's right.
Oui,
As
c'est ça
soon
yo
as-
là
as
peut-être. Yo ka
soon-
manger tout le bel pays aller au niveau récompenser ces moun ça. Puis si on voit,
Uh-huh. As
Bon,
soon as
John,
the Labour
bon,
Party... Quand Labour Party again, même jour, tout gens yo, tout opératif yo, a sorti l'Amérique, Canada, tout partout descendu.
oui, yo ka viye cette
All are coming back home.
pour yo trouver un travail. Est-ce que moun sans chaidi yo pas connaître qui ça ka vinn après ABC?
Ah.
Quand yo rive, yo c'est un directeur par ici. Yo qui chef bureau ça là.
Yo tout bateau.
Yo qui par ici, yo qui oh
They in
là
charge
là,
of
c'est
everything.
ça chaidi yo pou ka ton ka parler, c'est ça yo manger. Tout
Yeah.
ce pon nan yo ka pon fait yo manger opportunité pour manger le bel pays, tout graisse,
Mais
il y a
y'en
des
a-
niché, il y
y'en
a
a-
des graisse et puis
Y'en a
ça,
qui
yo
commence-
manger, tout c'est Christopher on like
Ah, moi je
C'est
sais
ça,
pas
yo ka
pour dire ça.
manger.
Y'en a qui just commencé par y prendre, c'est liquide, ça hit, liquide, ça hit plus mauvais.
C'est pour examiner.
Colin, you know I'm
Mais
saying
vous check
something.
après yon 740 exam. Monsieur, mais où c'est ça?
How you-
Philippe Pierre, mais où c'est yon aussi.
You know the guy
Moi,
spent
frappé la
5
teni pour
years.
yon loi pour avant moun aller contester une élection pour l'anion examen psychiatrique pour garder l'état sévère. Puis
Moi,
bêtise
d'accord.
Nathan Philippe Pierre a dit, moi ka senti, on m'a pitié pour lui.
Yeah.
Moi ka ouais à sous tout prison non mais na ouais là non bagay ka dit oui. Il m'a examiné et pour un moun assis et parler puis
All right,
Parlez,
Dudu.
puis.
Thank you very much. I'm so happy
oui,
every time you
est-ce
call
nous ouais
me.
qu'il a ni plus créole
Oui.
les Sky FM.
So, bah, moi,
Tout
tout ça,
ça,
bah, moi, tout
Premier
ça.
ministre a dit,
Mais écoutez-moi.
Mhm.
Est-ce que vous avez venu faire un show ici en Creole?
Ma ça c'est ça, puis c'est attaché toujours au gouvernement.
Oh, ok, moi, comprends. Ok, Dudu. All right. Moi,
Mais
the
ça
guy
fait
content.
finaliser.
Moi, the guy content de venir faire un show. Moi, the guy met un bel petit programme bah, où qu'a fait petit programme en Creole. Malgré docteur secret ici, mais où même the guy ni un female voice en Creole. Ça, the guy belton.
Oui, mais ça tombe avec arriver.
Il te guy bel. Eh ben, là, ou pas, ouais. Là, ou pas, ouais, couiller moi. Là, ou pas, ouais, couiller moi, ok?
Ok.
Number one c'est 718-2991.
Ok.
Okay,
Facile,
Dudu.
facile.
Have a great day.
Bon.
Yes, a beautiful lady, and she's a bilingualist, and she could speak both the Creole and English, and who knows what else language she could speak. A beautiful lady, always exciting when she calls in. Hello, good morning. Thanks for holding.
Hello, Champagne.
Yeah, my brother, I know you're holding a long time. How you doing?
Yeah, Champagne, I holding on. But what I want to say,
Yeah.
everybody's contribution is valid.
Yes.
Now, I'm not trying to fight up anything.
Yeah, we try not to do that.
If we
In a
can-
back and forth with people with
Right.
previous contributions.
Right. Everybody's contribution is important. If we can give you the time, we need to give somebody else this time too, because everybody wants to make a contribution.
I
on the
agree.
program.
I agree. I agree.
You understand? So, okay. What I want to say, I'm not by the radio. I've not listened to the beginning of the program. That's something I wanted to call Norbert this morning to tell him I never got through the line.
Yeah.
The Labour Party, they fighting everything. They even fighting themselves. Because when Norbert played that clip this morning where Philip Jeffries said, "You have not seen the exposure," or whatever he said.
We got into it, and I'm going to play that after your call.
Yeah,
after your contribution. Yeah.
You have not seen the exposure that.
Can you believe that?
In St. Lucia.
Can you believe that?
Not just that. Where was Philip J. Pierre in 1997 when the Labour Party made tourism the main economy of this country?
But that's what it has always been. Well, outside of Green Gold.
You understand? So they made tourism the main economy because I remember that budget where Kenny Anthony put more money into tourism than Bananas.
And he was a minister of tourism, eh?
At the time.
Yeah.
And today, because you're not in government, you are saying you don't see how tourists can bring gold to...
You see the double standard? You see the bias? You see the double standard?
So, what is happening with St. Lucians, man?
Boy.
We fail to understand and to see what is happening with them.
And Colin, let me say something. Let me say something, sorry. We all today, all St. Lucians, noticing what transpired regarding COVID, when all of us, not all of us, some of us were making the arguments on the basis of bananas, well, agriculture and tourism. We saw what happened. Bananas and tourism could not pull the slack. It could not during the COVID times. Not that we're discriminating against our agriculture. It's very important as well. Tourism and agriculture goes hand in hand, but it could not sustain us. We saw it.
No time at all.
We saw it.
At all.
All the bananas was there, all the dashing, all the potatoes, all the boape, everything was there. What happened? Was it able to pay any salaries? Did it prevent our 14,000, 15,000 workers from being out of work at in the hospitality business? We saw it. COVID. So we need to stop this nonsense of making the comparison between tourism and agriculture. Yes, they both are important, two important sectors. But we need to stop making that comparison because agriculture is not pulling enough to sustain us economically. And we know it.
Something what I can say as a taxi driver, I'm happy that the ship is in. At least you may not get what we are expecting to get.
Yeah.
But it is sign of things to come.
Yes, sir.
The beginning of things to come. I mean, people need to understand that the government is making an effort. The government is not just sitting down there and expect the world to change, expect the world to be better, and for us to go and look to see what we can get.
The Prime Minister made a valid point. The Prime Minister said, had he not taken that approach in the construction department from way back then of last year, today, when we are supposed to be coming out of the COVID and starting to build, where would we be? There's no apparatus, no building materials, and if you can find it, every single building material has gone up double.
Yeah.
Double. Where would we be with St. Jude's? If the Prime Minister had shut down St. Jude's today, we would not be able to have nothing with St. Jude's. Where would we be with the water project? Where would we be with the airport? Where would we be with all of the construction, the roads? This man is a genius, and we have to give him that. The man is a genius.
I want to say to St. Lucian, man, open your ears, listen, make an analysis of what you're listening to.
Yeah.
Make an analysis of different different people who have come to talk to you.
Yeah.
And see the light for yourself. Because I think even an 8-year-old can see the difference between the Labour Party and the United Party.
Boy, you all had something down there in the valley, boy, that was not, well, I think it was prearranged, if I could use that term. And I saw so many people. Could you imagine if you all really put down a rally?
Well, that's just the tip of the iceberg.
That's what I'm saying.
We don't want to...
That's what I'm saying.
We don't want to talk about that. We don't talk about that too much. We don't want to go about and post one. We're making our work.
Could they say no? Could they? Once I value and I say, but me could say mun sa so they are done to drive around.
The work will do it.
My brother, can you imagine if we were able to have rallies? The Valley alone would be able to have its own rally, you know.
Champagne, you know how we coming out. You know how we will come out.
Okay, all right, my brother.
All right, my brother.
Beautiful, yeah. You know, boy, I want to play, for those of you who have not heard Philip Pierre talking about tourism, a gentleman that was the Minister of Tourism, and they continue to make this comparison between agriculture and a lot of our people, especially when I hear some of our young people making that comparison, it really bothers my mind because that comparison should not be made in my estimation. Hello, good morning. Hello.
Mr. Champagne?
Yes, darling. You've been trying to call me.
How are you?
I'm doing good. You sound just a little better. Not a whole lot, though.
Trying to get you since morning. I don't know what happened to the internet.
Yeah, you were breaking up a lot. Yeah, but I can hear you better now. How are you, darling? I heard you this morning.
Okay, I'm there holding on. Yes, well, I was so happy, Mr. Champagne.
Yes.
When I heard my Prime Minister on the line on the show there.
Yeah, but you almost.
And then I was so happy.
Yeah, but you almost made me cry.
I almost cried.
You almost made me cry.
Yeah, because. Yeah, because the reason why I almost cry, Mr. Champagne, is because I see so much thing that Mr. doing, and he's trying his best to do things for us in this little island, and nobody not seen that.
No. Hold on, because I just had a caller this morning when they said all St. Lucians. It's not nobody. Some of the small amount of people not seen that, darling. Because
yes,
you are seeing it, I take
that back, Mr.
Thank
Champagne.
you, darling. I'll give you the bell for that. Yes.
But what I mean, those labor people, Mr. Champagne, they're just jealous of the Mr.
I'll give you the bell again. They don't hate him, you're jealous.
The Mr. tried all his best to put everything in place. Look now, he's trying to put 5 to 5. That's it.
5 for 5.
For us.
5 for 5. That's right. 5 for 5.
5 for 5 for us.
Yeah.
He's trying his best and he's doing enough. Why these people was there for 30 years and 25 years and they never do nothing.
Nothing to show. Nothing to show in Beaufort.
Mr. Champagne, that almost made me cry this morning and when I heard Mr. Shastney's voice.
And
the way he was talking and the
next time, don't make me cry because you almost made my chairs come down too. So.
Sorry, Mr. Champagne. I didn't want to make you cry.
That's all right. I know you.
But my heart was broken. My heart was broken, Mr. Champagne, to see how the Mr. talking and the things he want to do for us in this little island and what he doing now. We can see. We can see that St. Lucia is a different, it's different when the people was there.
Yeah, of course. Everybody could see that.
Mr. Champagne, my little girl tell me to tell you, Lucia, good day on her graduation, on her exam today.
Yes.
And she tell me to listen to what you will say. And when she come from school, I have to report to her.
So tell her we prayed for her yesterday. You remember on the program we prayed for her yesterday?
Yes.
And we also praying for her as she's sitting the examination. Maybe it's over by now. So God will watch.
But she says she want to hear. She says she want to hear your voice and something good.
Tell her I prayed for her and I wish her all the best and God will guide her, okay?
Yes, Mr. Champagne.
Yes.
So listen, Mr. Champagne. You make me look for things for you 2 days and I haven't seen you. I will beat you, Mr. Champagne.
I deserve a beating because, boy, it looks like 24 hours.
I have the mangoes.
24 hours.
I have the mangoes.
Listen. Apparently 24 hours is not enough time for me now. I'm really, you know the amount of people that get involved with me all day because I'm on the radio and I really do appreciate them, but sometimes it's really, really a little difficult for me to come by everybody.
They go everywhere.
You will see me, Dodo. You will see me. I'm sorry for making you pick up the mangoes.
But I really want to see you.
You will see me,
I want to see you to show you something.
Okay. I will come by, okay?
Mr. Champagne, I wish my Prime Minister good luck in everything he's doing.
Yeah, he's a great guy.
And there is a lot of St. Lucian that praying for Mr. Shastney. No matter what those people say, those little bunch of people on that side, a little bunch of them on the other side, a little bunch of them on that corner there.
Yeah.
Don't worry about them. I know Mr. Shastney is going to be our next government.
Amen.
And everybody and all the global people are waiting. We are waiting. We are just get calm and quiet. And we are waiting for that day to go and vote.
Amen. All right, Dudu. Thank you. You'll see me this week, okay?
And I want to see you very soon.
Okay.
And I have a lot of things to show you when you come and see me.
All right, Dudu. Okay, you will see me.
And I wish my Prime Minister good luck. And I love Mr. Shastney. I love everybody, all the UW people supporters.
Amen.
You, Mr. Champagne, in my brain morning, noon, and night. I'm thinking about you. I love you, Mr. Champagne.
And I love you too, darling.
Everybody, I love
you. Thank you, Dudu.
Bye-bye, Mr. Champagne. Have a nice day.
Yes. What a beautiful lady. A beautiful, beautiful lady. And she loves her country. More importantly, she loves her country. I could tell you that. You could sense it in her voice. She loves her country, just like my caller that's on at this time. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, good morning.
Yes, darling. How are you?
How you doing?
I'm doing good. I was just saying how much you love your country.
Boy, champagne. Champagne, I tell you since yesterday, I tell my sister, I have a pain inside of me. And it have to come out. But I cannot tell nobody what the pain is about. And finally this morning I pour it out.
Okay, I heard you.
Finally I poured it out. Champagne, I tell you, I felt relief. I said, Lord, and I know it's God that working for St. Lucia.
Yes.
Not nobody else. And I believe in my God, and I am seeing St. Lucians. I am telling you all that have the doubt in this Prime Minister, get your act together. Because it's not nobody that sent that man here to navigate St. Lucia for us, but God. I am telling you that he is not a man of confusion. If it was Satan that sent him there, he would be answering the opposition on and off and wasting his time with them.
That is a remarkable human being. Can you imagine, Caller? Both of us.
My word.
We are from the Marchand area, the Bacatel area, and you know how tough we are. Could you imagine you for 9 years straight, somebody at your back like that, and you're not responding not once? That could never happen, you know. I have learned so much from.
To be
a special person.
It has to be the Holy Spirit that is in you, Champagne, for you to ignore these things.
I'll tell you something. Knowing where my background, where I came from, and you know how much we don't just let people just walk all over us, I have learned a lot from the Prime Minister, because I was aggressive as well in the politics. When someone says something, I was involved with confrontations, not physical, but verbal confrontations a lot. And when this man continued to ignore these people for 13 years, I say, wait a minute. If Alan Chastanet, our Prime Minister, could ignore all of the guns that are aimed at him, I can do it too. And I don't respond to them. I don't even listen to these people, to be honest with you.
No, and I remember my older sister, the same way, Champagne. She's always telling us that. Ignore.
Yeah.
Ignore. And
focus.
Stay still. She's always telling us that. Just ignore and stay still.
Yeah.
And unless we don't do that, we will not see God's goodness. We will not see God's goodness. And today I am seeing that seed Alan plant in St. Lucia. It's growing. It's growing. It shoots out already. It shoots out. So St. Lucians, let us rally together. Even the Labour parties that are in supportive of their party, we see the goodness is happening. There ain't nothing. The Labour Party just have y'all there spinning around y'all so that y'all will not see St. Lucia progress. They seen the progress. Hence the reason all of them, they are jealous of the progress. They have never made an attempt, apart from Sir John, to bring St. Lucia where this Prime Minister is leading St. Lucia.
I mean,
let's look at. They don't hate him, huh?
No, they don't. They don't. I know they don't.
Jealous. They don't hate him. They just cannot understand his working. They cannot understand his intelligence. They cannot understand the wisdom that he has. But he's thinking out of our box. He's thinking international for St. Lucia.
This man is great. This man is great. If we lose this man, we lose ourselves. And I'm not ashamed to say that. Because this man is going to make this country proud.
And we do not have to stop praying.
Amen.
We do not have to stop praying. We do not have to stop. In the election, after the election, whatever Satan is trying to bind that country in there, prayers alone that will take it out. The last time I heard a caller call on Andre Paul show, and they were ridiculing the prayers at Sky FM. Again, my belly.
That person is doomed already.
These people.
Hello? Hello? I'm losing you, caller. Look like you just relocated. Yeah, I think I'm losing you. Hello? Yeah, I think I just lost my caller. And when you hear someone ridiculing prayer and worship to the great God above, that individual is gone. I lost you, caller, because apparently you moving about and you needed to relocate. Let me play you, and not that I want to talk about this man, want to say too much about this, man. We have said so much about Labour Party. I really don't even want to talk about them again because there's nothing to really to talk about them. Hello? I lost you for a little bit.
Yeah, the internet dropped.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Champagne. So I was saying, the only people that will see prayers and how it's working, Champagne, is people that God touched through the Holy Spirit. Satan, you're a liar. You didn't want my word to go out, but you're a liar. The only set of people that will understand prayers and see the benefits of prayers is those that God touched through the Holy Spirit. We are the ones that will carry that country forward. No other person. And I'm in it. I glory be to God Almighty. Lord, you alone know. Champagne, keep on doing what you're doing.
Thank you, darling. Thank you.
The prayers we are doing every Monday, don't worry with them. They ridicule Christ more than what they do in the Prime Minister.
Exactly.
And at the end, us victorious.
Amen.
And we will continue. And another thing I want to tell you, what you said about RFA, RFA. My sister have been saying that from day one.
Oh, yeah?
She's telling me, girl, let me tell you something. You see that man? All that man, his assignment is to get all the parliamentary rep in one place.
Yeah.
And for him to do what he has to do.
RFA.
And I applaud you. You have been telling me that from day one. And
I know what I'm saying.
People that think he's going to come and save them, tell them no, his agenda is different.
Amen.
And say, I know we are wise people. We are a praying nation. We're not perfect, but we are a praying nation. And what I saw on social media there with these two gentlemen hugging each other, I got sick when I saw that. And I said, Lord, put a hand for our land.
It's laughable.
And whatever they can do, it will not prosper.
Yeah.
Have a good day.
Thank you, darling. Thank you. And coming back to that, I saw, listen to me, what I saw was weakness, not on RF's part. RF is not the weak one there. I saw weakness on the part of Dr. Anthony. There's nothing else that they can do, so they are out there like a wounded lion, a lion that the hyenas are chasing. And you know the hyenas are the only animals in the wild that are really fearless of the lions. But still the lion overpower them all the time. But I saw a wounded lion, one that has two broken legs. Let me play for you, St. Lucia. Just bear with me in the calls. Statement, I'm not going to play all of it, by Philip Pierre in regards to tourism. And when you hear it, you'll ask yourself some questions.
The government is continuing as usual, as if nothing happened. St. Lucia, the government of St. Lucia is the only government that believes that tourism will get back to how it was pre-COVID. I think it's the only government in the world that believes that. There's no other government, I think, who believes that except the government of St. Lucia. So what do? We continue with business as usual. We continue to build an airport based on the fact that our airport would get its income from arrival.
Now let me stop it there for 1 minute. And this is for those of you who follow the politics like myself. This is the same man when the government introduced the head tax. I think they had brought it up to the $98 that said, oh, tourists will never come to St. Lucia because of the head tax. We got double the amount of tourists coming to St. Lucia. This is the same individual that said they're the ones that brought in Virgin Atlantic and the British market. We will lose the British market because Virgin Atlantic wanted such amount of money and the Prime Minister said, no, we're not giving any money to Virgin. What would happen if we had given that money to Virgin Atlantic? The Prime Minister never saw the coronavirus coming. No one saw it. The Prime Minister said, no, we're not giving any money to Virgin Atlantic. Immediately, if we had given that money to Virgin Atlantic, 1 month after that, I think, the agreement was somewhere in November, I think, thereabout, I don't remember the date exactly, the coronavirus came. So this is money that we would have just given away. Have we missed Virgin Atlantic? Certainly not. We have not missed Virgin Atlantic. We still do have British Airways, and we have TUI. And there are other airlines that would facilitate the British market. Okay? So, this Prime Minister is always thinking, he's always on top of things. Let me continue with this. Hold on to on the calls a little bit, callers. I'll get back to you in another one.
That we're going to get a level of arrivals that we had when we did the sensitivity analysis for the building of that airport. Are you ready?
You see, these are people that are not hopeful. They're not optimistic people. They're not thinking. You ever heard what? Do you believe? So you're not even thinking for your own country that we will get back to the level of tourism that we had. This is a negative. This is a negative statement right there. The man is not even thinking that, okay, so COVID hit the world. Our main economy is based on tourism. So let us hope, let us be optimistic that we will get back to that area. He's not thinking. Listen to it again. I want to take it back just a little bit on what he just said. Listen to that.
Are you serious? Do you really believe that we're going to get a level of arrivals that we had when we did the sensitivity analysis for the building of that airport? Are you ready?
Let me give you some information that you don't know. Every single week for the last 2 months, I'm talking about, we have 3,000 arrivals. Do the math, Mr. Pierre. Do the math. In the middle of COVID, when all of the other countries, some are shut down, some don't even have arrivals, we are having 3,000 a week. Multiply that by 4. 12,000 a month. Do the math for yourself. And if we collect 98 US dollars on 1,000 people, that is 98,000 US. And we have been having, let me give you the news. We've been having on the weekends, particularly Saturdays, 1,200 plus passengers. That is $100,000 plus US in a single day. In a single day. Isn't that good news for the island? Isn't that a revenue for the country? And that is just the government's money. Eh? I'm not talking about the taxi drivers, the red cabs, the hotels, all those that are circulated around those 1,200 passengers coming in. The tour operators, all of that. You're telling me this is someone, you have to be optimistic about what you do, the things you want to do. This is a man that is sitting there in a suit, being interviewed, don't even have hope for his country. Don't even have hope. Okay. So even if you're thinking that, okay, tourism is not going to come back to normalcy, but have some pride, have a little hope, be a little optimistic, say, you know what, instead of making that stupid statement, say, boy, I'm thinking maybe, use the word maybe, that if we get back, and you want to be the leader of a country, and this is your statement, let's continue with this.
I mean, do you really, can we really sit down and say to ourselves that with the best will in the world, we are going to get the same level of arrivals in the country when we...
No, we did not say that. We did not say that. But at least we have hope. At least we have hope. But to prove you wrong, yes, we are back to that level. Yes, we are. Okay? How are we back? Because we are getting 12 to 13, 14,000 people coming in a month. On a monthly basis. That has been happening for the last 2 or 3 months. Go and get the record that's SLASPA. I could give it to you personally. But if you think Champion is making that up because you think I'm an operative of Flambeau, you go to SLASPA and ask SLASPA to let them give you the records of the incoming passengers we have been having for the last 2 or 3 months.
Projected to borrow money from the airports.
I was Minister of Tourism when we were dealing with the financial crisis. Fastest recovering industry every single time, tourism.
You heard that, Sanusi? Fastest recovering industry ever, tourism. So if a hurricane hits and you have a severe amount of damage in your country, after you do all your cleanup and you get back to normalcy, what do you depend on? Tourism. Tourism. Not agriculture. Always, remember, I'm not comparing the two. I never do it. Not to put agriculture down, we have to eat. But what is, and the Prime Minister said it, the fastest recovery, tourism.
Tourism's gotten to the point where it's a lifestyle. It's not a luxury good anymore. All these people who are locked up in their homes for COVID, I mean, I speak to many, just can't wait to get out. Is it mathematically possible that there can be a global contraction in tourism, but that we can grow? The answer is yes. A strong US dollar works against us because Americans now can go more affordably to other parts of the world, and persons who want to come to us outside of America, it's more expensive. So what have you been seeing in the last couple of weeks? the dollar's been sliding. Pound is back up to $1.30. We know that the pound can get past 150. That's a huge benefit to us, not only from a tourism but also from real estate perspective. Canadians, and then even for Americans, as the dollar gets weaker, it gets more expensive for them to go to other countries, and now because we're pegged to them, we become more affordable. Is that a phenomenon we believe that's going to continue? I think so. I mean, with US elections coming in, the uncertainty with what's happening in the oil market, and all the other levels of uncertainties, and given the amount of debt that we are seeing that the US is accumulating, and the gridlock on a political basis, all those things, I think, for the most part, I could never predict 100%, but I think that the US dollar, it looks like it's going to continue to decline, and other currencies are going to strengthen. And certainly, the US still has not come out of COVID, whereas some of these other countries now are starting to recover a bit better. So I believe that tourism can do well. We just have to be very smart, like we've been in the past, as to what our strategy is going to be in terms of that recovery.
Okay, so you heard it, Senator. France have been dependent on tourism for decades. England, Dubai, who has oil. What did they do? They probably might still have their oil. They still probably pumping oil. But what did the president or the prime minister of Dubai do? He developed Dubai to accommodate tourism. Even Saudi Arabia, to a certain extent now, is going into tourism. Every single country in the world is looking at tourism. Why? Because it is the fastest economy. The fastest economy. When you have a man criticizing your fastest economy and you saying to me, this man is supposed to be the prime minister of a country, where are we going? But you heard it for yourself. You want me to play it again? I know some of you may not want me to play it again, but would you like me to play it again?
Gentiva, I never knew, I never understood the impact of tourism in St. Lucia.
Now, listen to that. He never understood the impact of tourism. So this is a man that is not in sync with the reality. He doesn't know what tourism has done. He said it himself. Let me play it again for you because the
government is continuing as usual, as if nothing happened. St. Lucia, the government of St. Lucia is the only government I believe that tourism will get back to how it was pre-COVID. I think it's the only government in the world that believes that. There's no other government, I think, who believes that except the government of St. Lucia. So what do? We continue with business as usual. We continue to build an airport based on the fact that our airport would get us in.
You know, listening to that, that is someone that has no clue of how to govern, doesn't take a chance. Life is about chance taking. You must take chances in life. You're saying you're just going to sit there, don't build an airport, but you have thousands of people coming in. The airlines have to circle all the time because they cannot land, they don't have a place to park. So what the airline companies would do, they say, you know what, man, we're losing money, we're burning fuel, going around and around and around before we get a parking and before we could land. So we're going to reduce on our flights. So as opposed to 3 flights a day, they take it down to 1. What do? You lose people coming in. And call us now. You can call me now if you want to make a statement on regarding him, 4560931, because this man here doesn't even not even worth being a minister of government. Anyway, let me talk about what I saw this morning, because I thought that was very, very interesting to see what we saw this morning there at Port Castries Point Surfing, the reintroduction or the arrival of our first cruise ship passenger this morning at Point Surfing. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. I could hear your radio in the background. You want to turn it down slowly, please? A little bit. Just turn it down slightly.
Yes, I will turn it down, boy.
Yeah, are you there?
I there, and I watching my partner putting up things on Facebook. He and some tourists there at the top of the wall there.
Who's that?
Shakes, man, Shakes.
No, I'm saying who's putting up the things on Facebook?
Shakes, man.
Okay.
Yes, he putting up some pictures and things. The tourists he carrying up the mountain.
Oh, you're saying because of the cruise ship this morning, he had some work going on. He has passengers. Oh, great. I have to ring the bell on that, boy.
Great, man. Champion work going on, man.
Yeah, work going on. I'm happy to hear that. I'm happy to hear that, man. Good stuff.
Yes, man. Yeah, man. Keep the good works going, buddy.
Thank you, Shakes. Thank you. How many passengers you have on board?
This is not Shakes talking, man. Shakes partner.
Oh, Shakes partner.
You know who?
I'm trying to recognize the voice. So how many?
I do. My God, I got a stroke these days, buddy.
Oh, yeah? I didn't know that.
Yeah, man. Anyhow, have a blessed day, man.
Thank you.
I watch my partner.
Okay, thank you. All right, so you heard that, Sanusha? One of the taxi drivers who operates at Point Chaffin, he's putting up photos on Facebook that he has passengers on his bus. Isn't that beautiful? After a year and a half, almost, a taxi driver is able, it doesn't matter how much he makes today. It doesn't matter how many of these taxi drivers get something to do today. It could be 1, 2, 3 of them, but at least somebody is making $1 today. And then they said, the SLP said, close Sanusha, close the ports, close this, close that. Today, we have a cruise ship in port, Sanusha. We have a cruise ship in port. Anyway, let me leave these people alone because I'm not really interested in talking about negative stuff. I'm only about positive stuff. There's too many things that this government has done in the last 5 years for me to talk about the Labour Party. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, what's up? Morning. Yeah, I'm just coming to make my contribution, man.
Yeah, go ahead.
Let me tell you, I've seen a lot of progress. Yeah, I've seen a lot of progress with Shastney from since, he actually got into power.
Yeah.
I'm saying, now, I'm actually born, I was raised at Marcia all of my days of my life. You know what I'm saying? And as I drive through Marcia, I see no progress.
Nothing at all.
I'm saying, if you look at nothing at all, I'm saying, what's the two Marcia fields, right?
Mm-hmm.
The Middlefield Park and the smaller one.
Yeah, the Marcia.
I'm saying, what has Pierre really done for Marcia?
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying, what's the cut in the back? I'm saying, for decades, this man has been the minister of Marcia.
Mm-hmm.
He has never reflected on the youth of this community. I'm saying Marcia people, some Marcia people, as long as also Pave, has continued to vote for this man election after election. I'm saying, and I've seen no progress in Marcia. Even if when they have actually won the elections, Pierre never turned back and gave Marcia anything positive.
Nothing.
So yes, exactly. So the video, the stuff that you just played there, I can understand why St. Lucia never went forward. I'm saying on the Labour Party because these guys are just crazy, man.
He is crazy.
They are crazy because let me tell you something. Tourism as a breadwinner of this country. I'm saying you have a prime minister who's actually trying to bring tourism somewhere, and you're going to say that your tourism will never be the same again.
Can you imagine that? You don't even have any hope. He's not even trying to be optimistic to say, okay, for the good of my country, let me at least be a little optimistic. All right, come on.
A little bit optimistic. I'm saying, but I want to say one thing, right? I think the prime minister needs to look for other avenues to really develop St. Lucia also. Not just based on tourism arrivals from overseas.
I agree.
I think he needs to look at medical tourism also because we have two countries in the Caribbean who are doing cardiac MRIs and some of those other medical procedures, right? And St. Lucia can really do well.
And Kola, right? Why do you believe now? I'm so happy that you made mention of medical tourism. Why do you believe that we built this huge facility down in the St. Jude's? It also can accommodate a helicopter on top of it. Don't you believe that is the vision?
Yeah, well, that's a good vision. I think it also could fit good for OKU also. Yeah. Because I believe that, when you have hospitals, you need to, let me touch on something because I believe that what you just said makes a lot of sense. Yeah. When Kenny Anthony came into power, right? When he ousted out Simpson King, I thought the man was going to put Vieux-Fort at the place where St. Jude's would have been rebuilt in a hurry.
Yeah.
I'm saying and be rebuilt at a time where they could have made the transition back to the new hospital. But no, he didn't do that.
He doesn't have it.
I'm saying, so tell me, how could these guys be a government?
No, they cannot. They have never been.
Exactly. They cannot be a government. I'm saying, and St. Lucia would not have gone forward under Kenny Anthony and Neil on the pier. At least we are seeing a little bit of light at the end of the tunnel when it comes to Prime Minister Shastri.
Amen.
I'm saying, now, I'm not going to be biased. I'm saying, I will be very straightforward because I'm not looking at party. I'm watching the future for the next generation. That is where my stance will always be. You know what I'm saying? Because I have my own theologies, my own mindset when it comes to growth of this country. I'm saying, but we need to look forward in developing the youth that is coming tomorrow.
That's right.
I'm saying, and as leaders, we need to be role models also.
Amen. Caller, you don't sound like someone. You don't sound like someone that has a particular preference with the two parties. You sound like someone that wants to see your country move forward.
My brother, it's not what country can do for you; it's what you can do for your country.
Amen. Amen.
These words were spoken by J.F. Kennedy.
That's
saying, and it has always stood up with me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying, if I can contribute something to the next generation or the youth of today, I will do that.
Yeah.
I'm saying, but I'm not looking at any particular party because for me, you know, the Roman chicken thing, and I see all of the raving and all of this. To me, it doesn't make sense. But to me,
doesn't make sense.
I put God first in everything.
Amen.
And I look forward into seeing what God has done in my life, so I could contribute to the life of the next generation. That is how I see it.
Thank you, caller. Well said,
because
my friend.
you see, they are the future of tomorrow.
That's right. That's right.
I'm saying we don't have any leadership on the pier, neither Kenny Anthony.
No,
These guys have long gone.
No, we
I'm
don't.
saying if Kenny Anthony had spent one more election in this country, guess what happened? We would have been like Guyana under Fox Burnham. I'm saying we would have been like nothing.
Yeah, we would be in a total mess. Thank you, buddy. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Have a good one.
Take care. Thank you so much.
Very good contribution there by my caller there. Very good contribution. Let me take that call. I want to play something else first for all of you to listen to. Hello, good morning.
Champagne, it's me again. I endorse that caller. I endorse that caller.
Well said. Well said.
I endorse that caller.
Mm-hmm.
My vision with the PM's vision, what I am seeing, healthcare.
Yeah.
He touched based on that, and that is something that we all need to stay focused on, the healthcare.
Yeah.
And I am seeing that Prime Minister will deliver. Finally, for the people of St. Lucia, we will get the healthcare. When he first came out, all of them were saying the Alfonso Centros. I will always say, I will mention their names. He was the one that came out and attack.
Yeah.
Healthcare.
Yeah, he did. I remember.
would rather pay in $250 a doctor visit than to charter a helicopter to go to Martinique for $10,000. I don't know if it's euros or if it's EC.
A lot of money.
Okay?
A lot of money.
If the Prime Minister gets some foreign doctors to come and assist us in our hospitals, because the people we have that don't have the knowledge of medicine.
But we do have some good. But we do have some good doctors. And maybe we need a little enhancement. But we do have some.
I am not telling you no, we do not have good doctors. But 99% of the doctors we have in St. Lucia, they are lacking the knowledge that is required to save a life. You giving them the material, the stuff to work with Champagne. You giving them the equipment. Some of them, you go into a doctor. The doctor will give you a referral letter to go overseas with. And I have experienced it in my lifetime already. They're giving you that letter, Champagne, and when you go overseas, the doctor's telling you they don't know what is in there. They cannot understand it.
All right. Well, I don't want to focus too much on that. I understand your experience.
What I am saying, I am just saying that if we get the help from
the advanced expertise, yes, I agree.
It will help us move forward.
Yes.
We will get the healthcare that we need, and instead of taking our monies and going overseas, and we can get it right here.
And you know, you're so right on that basis, because St. Jude's, I see it as something that is going to prevent us from spending all of that money in Martinique, as long as we get the equipment, the same equipment that Martinique has, and the experts to help us out in our beautiful country. That's the way I see it. I see us being able to stay home and getting the medical attention that we need, as opposed to going to Martinique.
Champagne, a politician cannot never bring our country the way it is. It had to take another man to do it. Because these people have been playing politics. These people were not there to help us. Finally, we get somebody. Maybe in the next 10 years he will be a politician, but for now he's not playing politics with us.
Yeah. I agree.
He's working for us.
I agree.
And I would like to big up the captain who brought the cruise ship inside. This morning he told me when he honk, he felt a pain inside of him.
I heard that honk.
Felt that relief. You know, because I spoke to him and he told me he was so elated. You know that he didn't have words to explain what he felt.
Yeah.
When he honk, we are back.
That's right.
You know, so big up. I'm not mentioning his name. He know himself. He's listening to Sky FM.
Thank you, Dudu.
Alrighty.
All right, beautiful. All right, let me, I want to play something now so you could listen to, because, like I said, and I could mention Richie's name. Richie has mentioned my name on his program, and I don't believe Richie and myself, we have any problem, any animosity. It is just that we are on two separate political sides, and we have that right to make our political side the favorable political side. But let me let you listen to Dr. Anthony and Mr. Frederick back in the day. All right? Listen to that. Just pay attention. Oh boy, where is it? I think I lost it. Wait a minute. Bear with me, Senator. I'm coming. You'll have it. Bear with me. Let's see if I get it there.
The time is now.
That's Mr. Frederick on a political platform. Richard on Labour Party platform.
I am here. I don't need politics.
Don't need
Richard
politics.
Frederick will lead the charge. I will lead the charge.
Yeah. He will lead the charge. Richard Frederick will lead the charge.
Tell Richard Frederick to stay in his section. I have never been in his section, nor do I intend ever to be in his section.
Now, I played that not because of Richard Frederick's statement. I wanted you to hear what Dr. Anthony said. He said he will never be in Richard Frederick's section. Let me let you hear that again. I'm not really interested with the charge area, the charge thing. I'm interested in Dr. Anthony's statement. I don't want to hear this one about the charge too much.
And I'm here because I'm concerned.
I really don't want to hear too much about that part. I want you to hear about Dr. Anthony's response.
Because I'm concerned. I'm here. I don't need politics. And Richard Frederick will lead the... I will lead the charge.
Tell Richard Frederick to stay in his section. I have never been in his section, nor do I intend ever to be in his section.
You heard that? You heard that? Nor do I intend to be in his section. Well, what a difference a day makes. What a difference a day makes. Let me let you hear it again, Senator. What a difference a day makes.
Section. Ever in his section, nor do I intend ever to be in his section.
Boy, the world of politics is so amusing because some people get upset. I think I was at one time, earlier on in my political life, but I don't get upset anymore. These days, it is more amusing to me, some of the things, when you reflect. Neither will I ever be in his section. He said ever. The word ever means never, never, nada, nada. And what you saw there, on what day was it? Was that Saturday? That hug, was it Saturday or Sunday? I don't know. Over the weekend. What does that tell you about that human being? That is someone that has gobbled up his vomit. That is someone that has gobbled up his vomit. Now, why has he gone back to his vomit? Don't know. Maybe he has gotten weak. All right? Don't be angry with me, I am not the one that made the statement. I am only letting the people remember what you said.
In his section. I have never been in his section, nor do I intend ever to be in his section.
All right? Nor do I intend ever. You know what that word, this is the big word there, the significant word there. The fundamental word is ever. I'm not attacking anyone. I'm just letting our St. Lucian people be aware of these people. I don't care about these people. Okay? They don't care about me, so I don't care about them. I care about St. Lucia. These are people that are going to profess to be something that they're not. He said he will never, ever be in the man section. And that hug looked more like a hug. It looked like a romance to me when I saw it. The closeness of the hug. The closeness. They were literally on top of one another, if you will, for those of you who have seen it. I'm not attacking anybody. I don't care. These people have attacked me for 30-something years. And, I've taken it. It's all right. I know what it is. Some of them get upset. Some want to fight. I thank God that I never got in that aspect of fighting for politics. I got verbal. Yes, I did. I had a lot of confrontations. But I want to thank God that I never got involved in any kind of physicality. Some of them want to get upset. They want to fight. This is a war of words. If you don't know how to handle politics, you should get away from it. I've gotten my blows. They have used all kinds of things about Champagne, lies, all kinds of stuff. When I go to my house, they say, boy, Champagne, how can you take this thing? My children say, Daddy, why are you in this thing? I say, well, I don't want you to get involved with it, but I am involved with it. So don't make it your problem. It is my problem, and I'm going to handle it my way. And I know how to handle it because I've been involved with it. But when I play those tapes, those recordings, you don't get upset because I didn't say it, you did. When I go and do my researches and get those tapes to bring back because you figure out that it will never come out.
In his section. I have never been in his section, nor do I intend ever to be in his section.
Okay? Don't be angry with Champagne. Champagne is involved with politics, and so are you. So when you get stuff on Champagne, you bring it out there and you say all your stuff. When Champagne gets on you, you should be able to take it. All right? That hug looked more like a romance to me. A real romance. Nor will I ever be in his section. Where are you today? Are you weak and that you need help from the same individual that you, at that time, you look very pretty strong to me, really young and brilliant and vibrant, but apparently time has taken a toll on you. 10, 15, 20 years would take a toll on anyone, even me. Because the way I look today, if God bless me with 15 more years, there's no way I'm going to look that way. But we have to maintain our strength. Are you weak, my friend? Do you need help to get over Alan Chastanet? Because apparently you guys cannot do it on your own because you tried in 2016. You have been aiming missiles at him. And he has been able to dodge all of your missiles from 2013. Okay? We're talking 28 years you've been launching attacks on the man. And you have not succeeded. So you're looking to beef up your army. You have gotten weak, my friend. You guys have gotten weak. All of you guys have gotten weak. Very weak. And Alan Chastanet now, day by day, the St. Lucian people are realizing that this man is a force to be reckoned with. This man is going to take the beautiful country to the next level in a positive way. And this is why he has all that support. Yesterday on my program here, The Prayer for the Nation, you saw the amount of persons asking for prayers for the Prime Minister. People are praying for this man every day. People pray for good people. They don't pray for people that continues to be wicked. Alan Chastanet goes everywhere in St. Lucia. All about. Speaks to his people. People hug him. They want to kiss him. I've seen it personally. So you guys are dealing with a force. You are dealing with a force, and you have to go back to the drawing board. Don't know how long it's going to take you, or maybe another 10, 15 years. I never make political election promises, but this election, I have realized that Mamai Flabo Yo pas oui, et yo pas quitter les autres abiser yo. Maman flambeau pas quitter les parti abiser yo pièce. I don't know if it was Sky FM that started it. If it is, we want to say thank you. But our people nous doivent, nous pas paix. Maman flambeau autres pas ça empêcher maman flambeau aller voter. Pas ouais c'est ba la qu'a fait là. Des petits jours yo qu'a fait ti moto kid là. Maman flambeau dehors couleur yo. Maman flambeau dehors. Et moi garde des autres pas empêcher maman flambeau venir dehors. Maman flambeau pas ouais. And our people are ready. They are ready. And there's nothing that you all could stop Flambeau people. Let me go through the 545 because I have it here. I wanted to read it a little bit. For those of you who have not heard too much of the 545, and by now all solutions should have heard about the 545. Number one, the introduction of unemployment benefits. It says they introduce unemployment benefits. You know what that means? Maybe someone that lost their job, a single mother, lost her job, maybe at the hotel or wherever, and she's getting assistance from the government. Don't know how long the assistance will be, didn't specify, but at least she's getting some form of assistance. Number two, monthly assistance for the needy, the old, the vulnerable, our beautiful people that have paved the way for our country. They have worked really, really hard, and today they are struggling. Monthly assistance for the needy. Now that has been ongoing. When this government came into office, I think it was 100. How much was it, boy? I know now it is at least $200, or maybe $225. It's not a lot of money, but it's some money that can help. And the Prime Minister this morning said that the list has gone up by 1,000 people. It was 2,200. It has gone to 3,200. That is a huge jump. That is a huge jump. So what he said, that there have been a little bit of issue that have been circulated regarding the payments, and that is because some persons have gotten paid twice as opposed to once. So they had fixed that. He said by the end of this month, everything is going to be back to normalcy. So we are happy for that. We should ring the bell on that because I've gotten so many calls here where persons are saying that their parents or their grandfathers or grandmothers have not gotten their money. So that is great stuff, great news. But that is going to be great. It's going to be an increase, I think, and there's going to be more assistance for the needy. That is great stuff. Number three, save parents on school books. Save parents money on school books. So you heard the Prime Minister again this morning. Every from one student is going to be enrolled with an e-book, and that stuff about every year where school books would be changed. This year you have a different school book. That year you have another school book. Next year another one. All that is going to be changed. So that is going to be money that is going to be saved by all the beautiful parents. Well, not me. I'm parents, but not in school anymore. My son, last son, just had his CXC. I think he's going to see the CXC next week. So I don't think, unless I have to spend money when he goes up to Sahafa. Well, I'm not out of the woods yet. But for those parents who have, young kids in primary and secondary, they'll be saving some money. Here's the big one here, the VAT reduction. Again, what did the Prime Minister say in opposition? Well, not in opposition, when he was the political leader in 2016. He said, we're going to reduce VAT. We're going to take off that burden from the business people and all of St. Lucia. And it came in 2.5%. 2.5% was taken off. It stands at 12.5% at the moment. Kenny Anthony and his regime put it in at 15%. Huge jump. The first introduction of VAT didn't take it from 8% or 10%, 15%, and let docently say one time. We were not accustomed with VAT. We didn't know how to calculate it. Those persons that may be into the business aspect of things, maybe they would be able to understand it. But poor people like myself and other people, nobody's have this VAT here. It's something unprecedented. Unprecedented, we never knew it before. So VAT came in 15%, and everybody said, okay, you made 15%, bon. 15%. Destroyed the business people. Destroyed them. And so Michael have explained that to you on numerous occasions here. Destroyed the business people. And we're going to talk about that tomorrow with Sir Michael when he comes into the program, him and Mr. Peter Josie, on the other 2.5% reduction. So VAT now is going to be reduced. It's going to be further reduced to 10%. Another 2.5% is going to be taken away from it. And I know the business community, they're really, really happy about that. Number 5, medical care for all. Medical care for all. We have been hearing that for a long time, and the Prime Minister said everyone would be worth at least $75,000. Boy, listen to me. That would be something special. Now, let me say something. I heard someone talk about promise. All right. Same thing again. I was talking about earlier regarding Pierre. You need to have some level of hope. You need to be optimistic about things in life. So the Prime Minister has proposed those 5 for 5, just like he did in 5 to Stay Alive. Excuse me. There's not one living solution that could doubt 5 to Stay Alive. Why is that? Because 5 to Stay Alive came into fruition. Every single part of 5 to Stay Alive was implemented and accomplished. So the Labour Party can say nothing about 5 to Stay Alive. Now you hear them saying 5 for 5. Oh, my promise, mun ga promet mun bye, you ga promet. Me you de promet 5 to Stay Alive, kuma. Hey, you 5. 5 to Stay Alive was promised, like you all keep saying. Yes, it was promised. What happened to 5 to Stay Alive? 5 to Stay Alive was accomplished. Every single part of 5 to Stay Alive. And not just in 2018, 2019, very early. Very early. I'm going to get the dates when I come back on my next program, maybe around Thursday or Friday, to let you know what date VAT was taken off, what did this one came out, what that, because what Tujukadi say, because election happening. This is one government that the Labour Party cannot say that they are only putting work down because it's election. From inception, 2016, soon as this government came in, they never stopped working. From that same, the Alan Shasney Drive with the people of Diga name, not him. The people of Diga, they were the one that named it. Alan Shasney Drive. That was finished in 2017, 4 years ago. Massive piece of road. And there were other roads before that. So this government, this is nothing to do about election. It's coming and they're trying to fool people that, and they're not, I'm happy that the Labour Party is not saying that. Because for anyone to make that statement, that would be a total bias statement. This 5 for 5 will happen. It will happen. Just like 5 to Stay Alive happened, 5 for 5 will happen. You see this man that was sitting there this morning, this Alan Shasney? I could tell you, we better pray for him and beg God, not just ask God, beg God to keep him healthy, to keep him alive. Pray for ourselves as well. Beg God to keep this man healthy and keep this man alive. You know why? For our future and the future of our children and our grandchildren. For decades, we have not seen someone that will make this country proud to the way Sir John did it. Did very, very well. We must always remember Sir John, and I always, in my mind, always thought that the Heron-Norrie Airport should be renamed as Sir John Compton International. You could even put it as Sir Alan Shasney, not Sir Alan Shasney International as well. Because, trust me, this gentleman has to have a legacy. Even now, if Alan Shasney gets out of politics today, he has set up a legacy. He will be living a legacy. Can you say that for Kenny Anthony? Tell me what legacy. I want somebody to call me here. My lines are back on. I want someone to call me here and say to me, you know what, champion? This is Dr. Anthony's legacy. This is something he's living for St. Lucia. Call me and tell me this is Pierre's legacy. Dis-moi qui laisse legacy ou ça me doit tout asou. Ek dis-moi c'est legacy Dr. Kenny Anthony. Quitte ça, bay maman ici ici, ek ça sans bon bay. 20-year-olds, 21-year-olds down in the South. None of them are working today as a result of Kenny Anthony. I'm going to repeat that. 20 and 21-year-olds today in the South are not at work as a result of Dr. Anthony. There's nothing he has built down there for the children, the young children today, 20 and 21 years, to say, I am at work because of Kenny Anthony. Payon. Hello, good morning. Hello?
His legacy will go down in the history book. Yes, they have to put it in school. We must remember, and we need not to forget that something happened for the first time in St. Lucia history.
Yeah.
We couldn't borrow. That's his legacy.
I believe that.
Pierre, I don't know. I haven't seen it at all for Pierre. Visionless.
Can you imagine that?
I will think of one for Pierre.
Can you believe that after 25 years, and I know you've been honest with yourself, you're not being biased, there's absolutely nothing you could call and say, well, okay, Champagne, in all fairness, Philippe Pierre did that in Pavé, Philippe Pierre did that in Bacatel, Philippe Pierre did that in Anchipo, so this is his legacy. There's nothing you could point a finger at. Isn't that a shame?
I give you Kenny own already. I don't know Pierre. Somebody else will take the line. They will give you Pierre's own because I have no idea for Pierre.
All right, Dudu. Thank you. Hello, good morning.
Something.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Good morning.
Something. First of all, let me say this to you. So Alan Michael Shasta is in a class by himself.
I believe that.
I've been telling you all that all this time. Let me tell you something. You know who was the closest thing to Sir Alan Michael Shasta? Dr. Hank Williams.
Okay.
He was the closest thing to that great man. And he haven't done what a man done. Let me tell you something. For you to go to the two world's leading lending agencies, the World Bank and the International Monetary Fund, and you prove them wrong, you know how much respect that is? That alone put the man on the map.
They came back to him, you know. They came back to him, you know. They came back to the man to congratulate the man, you know. This is big, you know.
Those Europeans and stuff and Americans and Canadians, you know what I'm saying? There's a man from St. Lucia, Alan Shastnet. I tell you, the man is special. The man is special. And let me tell you something, man. Listen, there's nothing this man can do to surprise you. Nothing.
Listen to me.
Surprise you, nothing.
I have sat next to this man on numerous occasions, but this morning, when Norbert was the moderator, I sat really close to him and I just kept listening to the man, just listening to this man. And you're listening to the sincerity of the man's words, how sincere the man is about what he's saying. This is not any bluff. This is not trying to attract someone for a vote. This is sincerity to the highest level, my friend.
Champion, form is temporary, class is permanent.
Amen for that. Amen for that.
Form is temporary. I tell you again, the man is the Brian Lara of leaders.
He's just great. He's a brilliant man. Brilliant man.
Is the Brian Lara. Let me tell you something. You know what's sad? You know what's very sad? When Philip J. Pierre could say he wants to walk in the footsteps of Kenny Anthony, that's real sad.
That is a really a bad footstep, huh?
We are talking about the worst leader in history.
Yeah.
The history of the Caribbean. We may even go. Let me tell you something, a man that cannot borrow, nobody will lend you money. And you know, a man that can atrocity after atrocity, you name it. There's a thing under the moon and sun.
And have the nerve or the audacity to still put his name up on the ticket. I'm just trying to understand why.
Oh, Champion, I've been asking that question. If anybody could give me one good reason why.
I mean, there's not one young person in the South that is saying, I am going to work as a result of Dr. Anthony's investment. Or not his personally, as a result of him bringing an investor to the South, I am at work because of this man, because of his intelligence.
I've been asking.
Come on.
Anybody solution or other solution.
Come on.
Give me one good reason why the SFP is on the
Come
ballot.
on. Today, there are young people in Beaufort in the first term of our Prime Minister, and he's not the rep for Beaufort South. He is the Prime Minister, yes, of the country, but he's not the rep. He has thousands of young people working. Between the call centers, listen to the salary for the month, 4.5 million. I didn't tell you 400,000, you know. I told you 4.5 million with salaries among young people. Tell me which young person that will not appreciate that, as opposed to anyway. I don't want to mention this. It's crazy.
I tell you something. You only see nothing yet for that man, you know. The man is not getting the feel of the pitch.
Well, I know he gave me my dream, and I'm asking God for me to see it. He said that he's going to put a tunnel under the Bad Little, and that is way overdue. And it's going to happen.
The man is not getting
it's going to happen.
The man is getting the speed of the kid is playing.
Yeah.
When you see the man get his eyes in, get it pitch down, the man can start playing his shots. He can start playing shots, only front foot, only back foot.
Well, I said to St. Lucians, we better pray to the great God above, to beg him to have this man, bless him with health and long life, so we could see a great St. Lucian.
This man take 5 more years there. We pass in Bermuda.
I believe that, my friend. I believe that.
Let me tell you something. Looking at it from the outside, St. Lucia is really looking like a first world country. I can tell you that.
You're not wrong on that. Let me give you a little bit of information. I want to take some photos so I could put it up. The 4-lane at Rodney Bay, that thing is taking shape. And when you come around the corner from by the Bonnie gas station, I don't know if you know the area, you are looking at something. It has not been paved. It has not been marked. It has not the walkover has not been in place. But that thing is already taking shape of some beauty. It's really, really pretty, even as the way it is. So when this thing is finished, and it is going to, the next term, I know this Prime Minister will take it further down, all the way to the Shock Bridge, to the Shock Junction. So we will have our 4-lane in the entire Grosley Highway. That will be the most remarkable thing ever.
Those guys, more like, I don't like a sharp tape. They don't come along every day, you know.
No.
They come along like once every 50 years.
This is a family, and I don't care about no color. This is a family that St. Lucia needs to appreciate. These people have always helped. They have always helped. They have never done anything out of the way to hurt anyone in this country.
But you can tell
anyone. The father, Sir Michael Chastney, has helped thousands of people in this country to own their homes, to send their kids to school. There are those that have been on retirement because this man has been in business for 50 to 60 years. These people have never heard them in any kind of controversy to hurt anyone.
I know a guy from Bernard Hill. I think he had one job, but he's still working there. He's been working with the Chassis for about 50, or at least 50 years or close. At least 50 years. That's the only job I know he had. And he's still working there. But as I said to you, Alan Michael Sharp, they set high standards, very, very high standards. The man is tired. He's tired of St. Lucia playing second fiddle to Barbados, Trinidad.
Let me give you something. Listen to this. Listen to this. The hotel that Sir Michael owns, Coco Palm, because of the coronavirus, there's no one staying there apart from some of the people from Cuba, the nurses. But the man has kept 75 workers, and they have been paid. You know why? Just to maintain the property. They are still being paid with no visitors. There are no guests in the hotel. Who does that? Who does that? The man continues to pay 75 workers of this country. Pay them to maintain the pool, to maintain the maintenance, to do things around the hotel, the landscaping, to keep the place fresh. And he has no guests at the hotel. And that is still going on. Who does that? Who does that?
That's a man that knows how important the staff is. Before the staff, you won't be nowhere.
Exactly. So you know, not just that. This is a man that has realized that people need to survive. He's paying these people 75 people.
And all the workers have been working for this man for years, you know, don't years.
The ones that have all their money showing up in all their cars and all that. Ask them how many people they have accommodated during the COVID time. during the COVID time. You know, when I speak real. You have to be real about life. Michael Chastney could have sent all of those 75 people home, say, hey, wait a minute, I'm not making any money. As you can tell, the hotel has no guests. So when we resume, or if we do have guests, we're going to start a week before or 2 weeks before. I'm going to call you guys back in to fix the pool, do some painting, take care of the landscape and everything, so we'll get back to normalcy. He didn't do that. He kept 75 people on. 75.
Okay,
I mean, who does that?
I said to you a while ago that form is temporary, class is permanent.
Yeah.
And that is what I mean. Even when the ball comes out to the bat, even when the ball is seeming around, when the ball is seeming the ball around, make it battle hard. In this situation, we talk about COVID. That's where the great players, the class players, able to score runs. That's the issue. You separate the men from the boys.
You know, our people need to start to analyze. Our people need to start to analyze who is on their side. They need to figure that out. You're talking about guys beating a pan, making noise on the street. They cannot tell you, here's $5 to buy a bottle of water while you're thirsty. You know what I mean? You need people around you to take care of yourself, to have you benefiting, not just making noise. We don't want no white man. We don't want no white man in our country. Tomorrow you have to go and sell on your tray to the same white man. So what are you saying? And your people are not even correcting you on the nonsense you're saying.
The mere fact that in a pandemic era that you cannot get no cement, you can't get the materials for building and stuff. Not because there's a shortage. The man just buying out the places. Buying out the material for the country. Could you imagine? Do you really want to get this mass right now, guys? This is passing Bermuda.
All right, my brother.
When the liquid go dry out and when the liquid go be dry out, all the moisture go out of the liquid and the man will be playing the shot.
Yeah.
You're not seeing no shots yet, you know.
I know.
When the man started the back seconds, when it's COVID gone, people see real shots.
This is why I ask you to continue to pray for the man. This is why I ask you to continue to pray for the man. All right? Thank you, buddy. All right. Have a good one. Beautiful. Hello, good morning. Hello.
Mr. Champagne?
Yes, it is.
Écoutez ça. Kenny qui fait legacy à vous fuck neuf. Ou pas raconter legacy qui était là. Legacy qui était là. Bah c'est jeune moun là. C'est masse kaka bœuf exodi bon cette chimère. C'est seul legacy Kenny qui était à vous fuck neuf.
Excellent, vieux legacy.
Je ne peux pas travailler un soleil chaud pour jouer le matin, pour jouer après-midi, pour $50, $30. C'est ça qui te baille monde. Tu ne peux pas avoir step. Il y a step.
Oui.
Ok, c'est ça que tu connais. Mais Dieu voit un homme, c'est ici pour tirer nous en la boue, et nous en les pieds nous. Et pour nous jouer un autre temps que travail pour faire. Yo ka complain toujours. Yo besoin step. Because yo habitué, ta masse kaka bœuf.
Thank you, Dudu. Thank you. And I keep saying it. I have said it 1,000 times. The Labour Party has caused our young people to be very lazy, very dependent, very lazy. Dependent on them, very lazy. People are not going out to fend for themselves anymore because they get a weeks of step. Hello, good morning, good afternoon.
Champagne.
My brother. Hey, my brother Leroy, boy, I haven't heard you in a little while.
Why show, boy, my brother.
Yeah.
I just cannot get that station right now.
Yeah. How is everything?
Very good.
How was the funeral? Everything went on good?
Oh, yeah, man. Yeah, last first day. Yeah, everything was all right.
I'm happy to hear that. I'm happy to hear that.
Yeah, man. Thanks.
My condolences again. Good stuff. Good. I say our condolences again. Our condolences.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Yeah.
Boy, every time I try and get that program, boy, our station.
Yeah, it's a little busy.
Bye, sugar, sir.
What you saying around the island? Where you are right now?
Oh, well, I just coming down from Beaufort there now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I almost by Dairy Society coming down.
Okay.
Yeah.
Things getting up.
This morning I heard you asking a lady about the slogan.
About what? Oh, yes, the slogan.
The slogan last year was
Yo pay, yes.
But the slogan is "Yo fini."
That's a good one. That's
you can have the same slogan every year.
That's a good one. That's a good one. I like that one. Yo fini.
Slogan, "Yo fini."
Yeah, I like that one. I like that one. That one is good. Yo fini, and that is for sure.
Yeah.
And that is just a slogan. That's a real slogan too, you know. Yo fini.
Yeah, boy, Champagne, it was nice seeing by the cruise ship
My
coming
brother.
this morning.
Yeah, I got goosebumps when I went down there. I took a video, you know. I made my own video, man.
Okay.
Yeah. You know the good thing about it, when I saw all of those coaster buses there, and I saw taxi drivers lined up, it was really something nice to see.
Yeah. Champagne, when I coming down on afternoons and I swing there, normally, boy, when I reach by Bannon, I normally see those big boats there, guys.
Yeah.
And every time I come in through there now, I don't see nothing.
Yeah.
I think, wow,
That is true.
Boy.
That is true.
So, well, boy, it's nice seeing, boy, today that we have a cruise ship and things getting better, man. Wow.
Even if one taxi driver make $1, it's still better than none.
Man, yeah.
Yeah.
There are fellas, there are taxi drivers that as I put in myself, my foot in those guys' shoes.
Yeah, buddy. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What? For a whole year?
But we have to commend the drivers.
You have to put food on your table, boy.
For a year and almost a year and a half, my friend. That's a long time, you know.
Yeah, year and a half. Yeah,
Long
that's
time.
More than a year.
And some fellas probably, some taxi drivers probably at the start of the coronavirus probably didn't know because none of us knew. They went and get a brand new bus. You never know. Fellas probably took a loan for a brand new bus.
You know?
And that
boy,
loan.
I'm feeling so happy and I see that, boy.
We
so
all
happy,
should.
You know?
We all should
Because
feel
it was
happy.
a real sad thing, huh?
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah,
Just
we
for
all.
a whole year, boy, you're making money. You know, you're trying to do some other thing and it can't happen for you. You know?
And without money, Leroy, you're in a lot of problems, you know. You could say all what you want about my brother will give me a breadfruit, my sister will give me a pound of chicken back. That is for a little while, you know.
Yeah.
You need your own money.
Somebody will give you a breadfruit.
You need to have your own money, my friend. I remember going down to the airport, boy, when the airport opened up last year in June, July. And we're still working on rotation because I work every other day. So when you go down there, sometimes I drive down and I come back up with free US, you know.
Yeah.
Free US for the day, brother. Free, sometimes 9, 2 US. Let me tell you something.
So all I didn't die and buying gas for you.
But the money I spent to put fuel, I didn't make it. I didn't make the money. I paid for my fuel. I didn't make that money. Free US. Some people don't want to. Let me tell you something. If you see the people that never worked, they did not feel the effect of COVID. And I hope people could understand that. The people that never worked before, those that never worked, did not feel the effect of COVID. Because they probably don't have any loans paying, they probably don't have any debt. The people that worked and lost their jobs during COVID, these are the ones that felt the brunt of the COVID. I am telling you that, my brother.
Yeah, all the people that work in Point Syrup in there.
My brother, that thing was not a joke.
Real happy, boy. Real happy.
I'm happy for them too. I'm happy for them. And this afternoon,
happy for them.
as soon as I get up the studio, I'm parking at that little park and I'm watching that boat again. Seriously, because it's always a beautiful thing for us to see all those cruise ships in port.
Yeah. So when we get in another cruise ship?
I have the schedule, you know. Someone sent me the schedule. I don't know where I have it, but I have the schedule. But I think we may have some other boats, some cruise ships in July. I'll find it and then I'll make the announcement on what I have. Yeah. All right. Hello? Hello? Yeah, I think I lost my buddy. Yeah, it is just a really fascinating sight this morning to see we have a cruise ship in port where persons or drivers could make a little dollar again. Hello, good afternoon.
Hi, Champagne. How are you doing?
My brother, good afternoon to you.
Champagne boy, can you imagine that? The embrace of Richard and Kenny Anthony.
That was not an embrace, Uncle. That looked more like a love scene to me.
Whatever it was. Can you, in any stretch of your imagination, imagine that this could have happened?
Never.
Why? And what is somebody supposed to take out of that? When you tell me these two individuals are vying to be the leader, the highest position, you want to lead them and you want to lead on double standards, treachery. One is doing it for a vendetta.
You have a strong wind in your background.
Yeah, the wind blowing there. Let me stand up behind the wall.
Yeah.
Better?
Yeah, much better.
Yeah. So I tell you, man, One is doing it for a vendetta.
Yeah,
The other one
yes.
is doing it because he has no shame. Because
well, let me
I
give you the
myself
best.
cannot understand why Kenny Anthony cannot do the honorable thing. That would be the only time you could refer to the honorable, because these guys have no honor in that house anyway.
No.
Do the honorable thing and resign, man.
I think-
Man, I have failed y'all.
Yeah.
I have failed y'all. I did what I thought was right, but at the end of the day, I realized the folly of my way, and I cannot stand there and say I'll come and represent you. Just resign.
Yeah.
Let somebody
Yeah.
else go up.
I think he's
But this man
trying.
is there, dancing in the street,
Yeah.
doing all sorts of things, attacking Herman Gill in the gutter,
Mhm.
and still it boomerang on him. I mean, what example are these guys giving for potential leaders or other future leaders as a prime minister? What example are you setting? When you said in no uncertain terms, you are not going to ever be in bed.
Ever. That's what he
Ever.
said. Ever.
And tomorrow,
Ever.
you are there lying down in the bed.
Do you sense a side of weakness, caller, in that photo?
A sign of weakness. In
From
that-
not from Mr. Patrick, from
Kenny
him.
Anthony has been a weak leader from the very beginning. From the time you had a 16-1,
Yeah.
and you went down to 14-3, you almost lost the election because you
Yeah.
lost ground from the very first election. You couldn't come and do what you were supposed to do. Everybody was whooping upon you as somebody who was supposed to be a constitutional lawyer.
Yeah.
You made no significant changes to the Constitution. When it finally came again, you'll put it in the rubbish again. So the man has no legacy, you know.
Yeah,
That is
none
his
at all.
legacy, you know.
None
no
at all.
legacy.
I believe.
Well, if you want to sell, called selling the seabed a legacy, well, you can.
Yeah, that would be the worst legacy of all, huh? I believe he's trying to make one final attempt to see if he could correct things, try to have some form of a legacy,
believe that?
and that's not going to happen.
Actually believe that?
Not me. That's not going to happen. That's never going to happen.
Don't forget when the man lost the elections, the man cried on the People TV. You know,
Yeah,
saying,
crocodile tears. That fooled me, you know.
I did wrong and forgive
Mhm.
me. And
Yeah.
when the man came back, the man was a wolf in sheep's clothing. The
Yeah.
man did worse.
He was worse than before. Worse than before. I mean, which prime minister in the right frame of mind would block off a main road that could lead to a highway to have activity happening down in a town? He blocked it off where he could have
I found that was a one
buzzing.
way in, one way out.
One way in, one way out. And he had an opportunity to have that
Then you
corrected.
find a way for you to come out in another
Yeah.
direction, say in case of fire, in case of an emergency.
My goodness.
You know, you close it more.
Close it. Shut it down.
Boy. Anyway, guys,
Yeah.
enough said. I myself, I don't know if St. Lucian can take anything out. I don't know what good, honestly. I really don't know the good that comes. But if they have anything, it is that these two guys, there is no way you
Yeah.
can trust these guys on any level. That's
No.
the only good I
Nah.
can see. And
But I'll
people
tell you
have to
something. Before you go, I'll tell you something. I believe that Richard Frederick is going in there to get rid of all these guys. And it would be a good day to see that happen. Not for my sake, but because of this Labour Party guys have done so much damage to St. Lucia, I would like to see Richard Frederick go in there and get rid of all of them.
No, but Richard don't have to do anything. The fellas are doing a good job already by themselves, digging their own grave from the last 5 years there, because they have not stopped campaigning from
Yeah.
the time the election was they lost the election.
Exactly.
They stopped campaigning from and I don't know, boy, they still have a little bit of steam. But I think the writing is on the wall. These
course.
guys know. I think these guys are just saying, well, boy, we're in the race, we have to continue the race. But I think they know that the writing is on the wall, and all of them might lose their seats.
All right. Thanks a lot, buddy. All right, beautiful. All right, let me read some of my text messages here this morning. Let's see. I have one here. Someone says, "Hi, Champagne," reference to Kenny's legacy in St. Lucia and Beaufort in particular. Here are 5 of his undeniable and unforgettable legacies. Confused drains at the bin filled by Builder's Choice. I have confused drains leading, I thought the person wanted to put construct. Confused drains to Bruceville. Confused drains at the Beaufort Pond. Confused drains at the New Dock Road. And there are more, but since we're surrounded by so much confusion, legacy that I am so confused and I am unable to disclose all. So a person said confused drains. That's the word that is used there. Well, confused is something that's not too good at all. What do I have on this one here? It says the new slogan should be Yokafu. All right, so I like that one as well. Someone said the new slogan should be Yokafu. That is a good one. What do we have on this one here? God bless. I am a UWP supporter following my family's footsteps. My Prime Minister will continue for another 5 years. We are quiet but deadly with our votes. All right, that makes sense. He's the Prime Minister for all the people. Very great stuff there. There's a lot of staying home UWP. There are lots of staying home UWPs. What does that mean? Okay, staying home is not a good word there in that regard. So if there's a lot of staying home UWPs, that's not good. So you better coming out of the home. All right? Those of you who are UWP staying home, we don't want to hear that. Let's see what this one says here. Hello, Mr. Champion. My name is Allison. So can you please call me after the show? I have something important to discuss with you. Okay, I'll do that. What does this one here say? This one say, morning to you guys. This is not for the air. It is for personal. Can you call me? I need, okay, someone wants me to call them again. What else do we have? What does this one say? This one say, the UPA is still very effective and does not need replacing. All right, big up Steve for coming off the phrase. He should still be praised for doing this, especially with the negative and the rumors going around him. So someone is indicating that the UPA was initiated by Stevenson King. What else do we have? This one says, I agree with the caller. I wish we had a station or segment with only Creole 24/7. That would be nice. I mean, I have asked her if she would love to come on the program, although she says she's with the government, so I don't think that's possible. What does this one say? Hi, Champion. Not only Creole, but also sign language. Someone is in agreement with sign language. But I wonder how many of us on my caller called in and he was talking about sign language. And he said a lot of the youngsters have learned it. What does this one say? This one says, good morning, Champion. Always listening from Bojis Babano. Keep up the good work. All right, thank you very much. What does this one say? Do I have any more? Okay, pretty much. Let's see, what else do I have? What does this one say here? This man has an agenda. Please hang him up. Said, this man is SLB hack. Oh, okay, someone was talking about someone that called earlier. Pretty much our text messages for this morning. And I want to say thank you very much for all the messages. And listen, my time is up. I did a little over time. We started late today because the Prime Minister was here, and what a great time we spent with the Prime Minister this morning. But I want to say to you, Sanusha, we are in an election year, and we are inching closer and closer now. If you do the math, you would understand when the election is called. I know we have brilliant people. Let me take my final call and I'll come back to that. A beautiful afternoon to you. Hello.
Good afternoon to you.
Hey, is that Ty?
Good afternoon, Managado. Good afternoon to Defe.
Comment qui Defe?
Moi.
Où la parler bon moi c'est Defe? C'est pas pour garder ça ou ça. Non, bon matin, c'est pas moi qui était là. Moi venu après 10 heures. Okay. Lema descendre, moi ni c'est chemise là mais moi ka descendre, lema ka descendre moi ka do. Yon money yon ba avec yon by sister. 4. Et ben moi ni ça là ba do. Okay? Moi ou ka moi semaine ça mais moi pas ba pièce jou because lema ba c'est mon nan jou yo ka di moi ka connait yo avec des lettres ma ça vini là yo vle moi venir. So ou ka moi semaine ça, okay? Belle Powell, Doudou. Belle Powell. Et bien, comment on va passer la journée? Et bien, côté Zegouye, côté petit console, moi, il a toujours. Ok, où yon qui là? Sista là, ok. Dis si sista, il y a un messi maintenant. Je vais mener ces chemises là-bas, ok? Si vous avez un oui, et bien, moi, content. Ok. Oui. Hein? Hello? Qui ça dit? C'est pas attendre. Hello? I'll read it on my phone. Okay? I'm good, thank you. All right, Dudu, I'll see you all later in the week. Okay, Dudu, beautiful.
Where are you going now?
I am in the studio, but I'm going to get some food to eat. Tout est manger là, mon gars, bien manger, mais moins faim. Est-ce que vous boit pain avec poisson?
Oui.
Odia? Oui. Eh bien, mon gars, descend. Ok. Nous allons parler plus tard. Hein? Hein? Mais ma compte à boire là, il mien. Oui, ben oui, bon. Depuis mi ma compte, depuis ni goudou à ma compte. Eh ben moi d'accord, eh ben moi pour nous ça vivre comme ça. Non, non, moi dis nous ça vivre, bis nous pièce pas à manger depuis mi. Non, 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 nous pas goûter, nous casser pas, bah nous comment? Non, 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 nous casser pas, oui, nous casser pas, oui. Nous pas goûter, nous pas goûter. Nous c'est bon monde. Eh ben nous allons parler demain tout, OK? OK. Ah ben ni une bonne journée. C'est brave, on content alors. N'a mangé des teachers mais maman on le boit pas des teachers. Moi content boire. Oui. Dachine m'a content. OK. All right, ni une bonne journée tout. Okay, bye. All right, beautiful. Major Bash was not able to call this morning because we got the program started. I said that was taking the final call. It is 1 o'clock, Senusha. I need to go get a little bite. Hello, good afternoon. You are indeed the final call. Hello?
Hello?
Yes, sir. Good afternoon.
Yes, good afternoon.
Yes, sir.
I just called from to tell you that I appreciate you bring the Prime Minister in the program this morning.
Yes, sir.
But I fight for me to get the link for me to speak to the Prime Minister. But I don't get that link.
But I'll tell you something. The Prime Minister will be back on that radio station in the coming week. So often you will have all the time to call him. Trust me.
Yeah, yes, that I come to tell you.
Yes.
Bring him back there.
Oh yes, oh yes.
Because this radio station you'll have there. I call it paradise.
Thank you, thank you. Well, the House of Parliament will be dissolved soon, and I know after that everybody will be on the radio station, on various radio stations, because we are getting into the campaign.
Yeah, I'm very glad you bring the Prime Minister there because
he'll be back.
Have the station, they call the Prime Minister to come and talk to the people.
Yeah, yeah.
So for us. So the next thing, I agree and I'm very glad. And I don't think no way in the Caribbean, have a hospital like this hospital Mr. Chesney is taking there right now.
It's shaping up to be very nice.
And that is only one hospital in the Caribbean would have a helicopter have to come.
Yeah, I think Martinique has it as well, but he's making us very proud with that hospital. Very, very proud.
No, but Martinique is French people. But what French place?
Yeah.
But what I mean to say, the Liberty side will quarreling and they just don't want to see their shame.
They're jealous.
They are jealous.
They're jealous, yeah. They're jealous.
They get shame.
Vous savez quoi la mon cadeau le mette ti maman ka lever ou ka tan jalousie ka tuer. Les moun jaloux yo sa tuer ça, on peut be careful avec moun qui jaloux ça.
Mais moun qui jaloux ça quoi jalousie ka faire oui.
Ah, moun qui jaloux on est pour be careful avec yo.
So Caribbean dans pays anglais Caribbean là, mon ni on seul hospital qui gagne on ambulance hélicoptère en l'air.
Oui, il est belle quoi là.
Pour les nécessaires émergency vitement.
Jean Godouye. Jean Godouye.
Moi je la bouille.
Oh la bouille. So vous avez l'hôpital la pièce pas vous avez exésio et bien sur TV.
Mon pas sur TV, moi laisser blanc va passer moi j'ai fort.
OK.
So, là regardez qualité manière l'hôpital a fait là.
Oui.
Ça il pas fait de n'importe manière. Moi c'est même quand n'importe là il fait là, il pas fait de n'importe manière.
Non, pièce. Yes.
So, mon gars apprécie ça, mon content Prime Minister, manière qui a fait travail, manière qui a fait la fête du boss. Moi c'est un qui dit football as a delegate.
Oui, OK. Bon, ou quand sound comme monde qui a anti l'âge, qui l'âge ou a passé 50, 60?
50, 81 years non.
Combien? 81?
Yeah.
Oui, n'a pas belle là-bas. On va parler bien. Merci. Oui. 81 years.
Mais je connais tout commencement d'élection, depuis l'élection commencé en
Oui.
États-Unis pour tellement.
Et bien, moi, content de ça. Bon, qui m'a dit, ouais, là, oui, en 81 years, là, ouais, un peu de changement, mais là, c'est un bel côté, normalement, hein.
Là, c'est un bel côté, ligne changement, là, pas de changement trop, puis ça qui est là. Il n'y a pas qu'à supporter, il n'y a pas qu'à supporter le gouvernement, il a été pour ce parti. So, dans la manière, à ma taille là.
Oui.
Mais il y a un bagage, c'est pour ça que je me développe, que le Premier ministre, je vais créer une élection.
L'autre quoi, quand il n'y a pas, la garantie ça.
Yeah, on a un numéro, passer ça avec le Premier ministre, si le pays est d'attendre.
Oui.
Nous pouvons candidat pour l'envoi ici.
Mais là, il y a un candidat.
C'est là, il y a un candidat.
Oui.
Mais tout le monde a l'élection, ça après demain. Ici, il n'y a pas une pièce meeting, il n'y a pas parler de personne.
Non, mais non, il n'y a pas ça faire meeting, non, là. Vous savez ça comment?
All right, mais pour ça faire meeting house to house.
OK.
En caillou. Parler des voteurs. C'est qu'on nous fait café. Le meeting pour aller, ou aller à la caille, on va parler de vous, ou va faire ça aussi, ou va mourir, ou va faire ça.
Il est obligé de converser là. Moi, ça vous connaissez about politics là, parce que vous êtes là, mais Corona, patient chai, fait. Mais M. Jean-Pierre, écoutez-moi, laissez-moi bien regarder M. Jean-Pierre, ma Jean Labo, oui, mais moi, c'est un flambeau. Moi, ouais, non, ça fait bien bon, by Labo, moi, quand ouais ça.
Ça fait bien,
Hein?
Et ça fait bien, ça fait bien, chaque comment c'est fait bien, parce que c'est pour un comment c'est fait bien, parce que nous, le gouvernement qui a un pouvoir. Et à ce moment, il y a un gouvernement en house là, où on a un job sénateur, où sont sénateur.
Ah, quoi là, de là, là, pas à l'aise, mania, nous, quoi, là. De là, ils sont sénateurs, de là, ils sont, moi, même pas même blé entendre dans ça, mais de là, là, pas à l'aise, mania, mania, nous, quoi, et vous savez ça, moi, mine?
Oui, on s'en
mais moi, quand même, M. Jean-Pierre, ici, il y a une bonne conversation, moi, je suis content de couiller.
Mais, monsieur, ma bataille, monsieur. C'est moi qui peux m'expliquer, monsieur, à la plateforme, du dernier pour l'élection là. Ou pas gagner, mais ou un gouvernement nous gagne.
Oui. Ok, well, M. Jean-Pierre, c'est un homme que je connais bien, moi, je suis un homme, je suis un anticole. Comment non?
Oui. Monsieur va venir aller une pièce. Moi-même, François, pas travailler pièce.
Non, c'est qui ça? Non, c'est qui?
François Charlemagne.
François Charlemagne. Eh bien, nous ne parlons pas about candidat nous top. Ok, on quitte ça là. On quitte ça là, nous allons parler, puis M. Jean-Pierre, nous allons dire qui nous y est. Il va parler bas. Ok, Bana?
Oui, mais je
écoutez, moi-même, quand il peut, oui. Ici, j'aimerais parler. Ok, Bana? Ok, beautiful.
Merci, on chahé, moi, pour nous parler.
Oui, Bana.
Moi, je suis content, on me Premier ministre en l'est studio là.
Oui, il est toujours ici. L'autre quoi, là, moi, quand il fait un special reservation pour couiller, pour parler.
All right.
Ok?
Après l'élection, on a toujours qu'à venir à ce radio aussi.
Oui, nous allons faire ça.
Je suis content sans chahé.
Oh, ok, madame. Merci, Chahé.
Gouverneur général, on dit bonjour.
Ah, moi, je suis content pour le gouverneur général la venir ici à tout, hein. Mais c'est mi parler, moi, je parler, puis about crossing the floor, à côté de la boue, oui, moi, je suis content ça, hein.
Oui, moi, puis je même l'âge.
Oh, oui, oui. Depuis du 81, oui.
Oui, parce c'est moi-même, c'est ça qui est un politicien.
Ah, ouais.
Avec M. Michael Chasselet, moi, je dis, moi, je voulais, puis, c'est aussi, vous dites que quand même le Premier ministre a venu en place, écoutez, moi, je toujours.
Oui. So, côté là-bas, où vous en Banse?
En Banse-Lagoise.
En Banse-Lagoise, oui.
Vous, François.
François. Moi, je vais changer non ça. Moi, je descends dans une partie causée pour.
All right.
Okay, Badna. Bonne journée. All right. It's always great to hear my elderlies, boy. I love when I talk to the older folk. They give you a lot of history, stuff you didn't know. All right, Sanusi, boy, I went over my 1 hour time. It's 8 minutes after the hour. Coming up, the man E.T. at 2 o'clock. But let me say something about the man E.T. Boy, I have so many mixed opinions with the man E.T. I have so many people that say, boy, Champion, I love to hear E.T. And some people love the fact that they love E.T. because E.T. is spot on about his government. That is what E.T. is about. Some other people have a little issue with the accent. Now, I explained that E.T. is he spent a lot of time in the States. Spent a lot of time. He's been a traveler. So he has that little accent and he has his own style. He has his "what's up, baby," you know, this kind of stuff. And that, my buddy just has his focus on what this government is doing. This is what it is about. And for those of you who have that little issue, not a big deal of his little slang, it's just a slang. But just listen to what my partner is bringing across, okay, to the table. Hello, good afternoon. Hello.
Hello, Mr. Champagne.
And good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon, Cocoa.
Yes, they do.
And how are you doing?
I'm doing good. What about you?
I'm fine, Kudu. I am proud of the cruise ship there when I sent my Prime Minister,
yes.
Mr. Champagne.
Yes.
So, we're nous finissons.
Les papa ay point doudou. Les papa ay point. Pas même aller dormir quand quoi les papa ay point because c'est trop smart pour ça.
Mon Dieu Jésus, mon Dieu, après moi j'étais content de moi quand pêche cruise ship ça là.
Oui, il ménage ça même moi.
Ek manger ba là ou kay manger ba là kay bateau.
Bon Dieu, y a ni lien là-bas moi pas même moi j'espère descendre là. C'est pas porte moi doudou, c'est mon nanga quoi c'est ouais moi pas. Là où moi sorti ici à Delemon pour à airport là, Delemon flight là venu 7h, 6h, 4h, 5h. Là na moi vie aller 6 par là, il y a nous moi pour vie mouton avec radio station. Il ouais dans le moi Delemon na dou ça. Ek moi gars accommodate c'est mon nom mais c'est mon pas même ça manière il ouais dans le moi Delemon. Oui. So tout va OK pour?
Ada ke manière doudou.
Ada manière ouais mais ouais coucher pour so tout va supposé OK.
Mon Dieu, personne ça là ma pas ça ma ça ouais te ça bien.
So si moi nous ka permettre station pour moi ça qui fait.
Pot ngai mo bon.
Bon Dieu kay chen nous ouvert.
Yes.
Et après élection nous ka still été ouvert toujours.
Yes,
oui. OK doudou. Bye bye. Our beautiful people, our beautiful Sky FM family members, my phone is still ringing and I know if I continue to sit here, I'm not going to have lunch. Can you all please allow me to go to get some food? Please, 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 please. All right, that's now this time, for real, this is the last one. Good afternoon.
I am the one there, Mr. Champagne.
Hey, Mr. Michel, how are you, my friend?
Not too bad.
You were a very lucky man because I almost didn't take the call.
Now, this is my position.
Yeah.
I felt like a king this morning.
Wow.
With my honorable Prime Minister, he is going to be another John Campbell.
I believe that.
Yeah?
I believe that.
His whatever he has done will last.
Mm-hmm.
All these years. You know why I said so?
Yeah.
He's a blessed man.
He is indeed.
You know how I call him?
Mm-hmm.
I call him St. Lucia Moses.
St. Lucia's Moses, yeah.
Why I call him Moses?
Yes, I have said that.
Huh?
I have said that.
He came out the same way Moses came and take the people out of
Egypt.
Take them out of
Egypt, yeah.
Huh?
Out of Egypt, yeah.
Out of Egypt.
Mm-hmm.
So he has come and take us out of slums.
Yeah.
So that man's appreciated.
He's a great guy, great sports, great gentleman, very great gentleman, and he means very, 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 very well for St. Lucia, very well.
You know, they have me baffled now, Mr. Champagne.
Mm-hmm. We have to keep praying.
I just gave you a short call. I heard you say you're hungry.
All right, thank you, my friend. Okay, Mr. Michel, have a good one. I had to take this last call because this lady don't normally call. So she listens every day, but she don't call all the time. Hello, good afternoon.
Champagne, good afternoon.
Yes, and how are you?
I'm well, I'm good. No, I just want to big up 4 fishermen from Labrie. Today's Fisherman's Feast. Mr. Sobers, Mr. Kane, Teague, and Kawush.
Kawush.
And I fishermen.
And I didn't realize it was Fisherman's Feast today.
Yep.
And Kawush spoke with me earlier. He didn't even let me know. Kawush, you bought him out there as a pet pêché.
It a roving boy wom lepi.
So I'm supposed to get a big tuna today from you or no? But you calling to wish all the fishermen. I must know you must have a fisherman that's a friend.
They didn't go. The people, it's their fish champagne.
Oh, so they're not going out to see. Oh, yes.
To church, and when they finish, they celebrate.
Yeah,
so
that's true. That's
I
true. I didn't even think of that. You're right.
But just big them up.
Yes, thanks a lot. Thank you very much. Yes.
Bye.
All right, bye. I did not even know it was Fisherman's Feast today, the celebration of Fisherman's Feast, and a happy Fisherman's Feast to all of our fishers all around St. Lucia, and I know you guys are having a good time. If I knew that, I probably would ask Howard to bring me a fish boy from yesterday. Happy Fisherman's Feast to all of our fishers. Let's see if that's a fisherman. Hello, good afternoon.
Champagne.
My brother.
Let me ask you that. That guy, Mr. Laclery.
Laclery spoke with me sometime last week. So he's there. He's all right.
Oh, because, boy, while I had him on, you know.
Yeah, he's
boy, I like to hear that man.
Yeah, he called me sometime last week. He's all right.
He does make me laugh.
Oh, yeah, me. He's all right. He's all right.
Yeah. He's like, the way they speak on things, kind of things they say, you know.
Boy, he's a funny guy.
That one, I like listening to him.
He's a funny guy. He's a nice guy. Luckily, he said to me during the COVID time, he had 50 chickens around the home. These days,
what?
He had 50 fowls, chickens.
Oh, yeah,
around his home.
And
during COVID, there was only one left. Right. And he tell me that one had to fly away, but he can.
But how is that display?
Yeah, he's a funny guy. All right, buddy. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right,
let me ask you, about. I don't know where that lady living.
You know, she lives in Victoria, but it's off the road. There's a nice little concrete road going down to her home. But if you don't know the area, you'll never find it. You must know exactly where she lives. Because you get off the main road, and there's a little concrete road in a decline. And then when you go all the way down, then you see her home. She lives in a very nice area. All the nice sea breeze comes in.
When you pass Victoria going down, like you're going down, you outside or...
Well, if you head into Soufrière on the right, on the left, sorry, and there's a little, but I don't even know how to explain that to you.
Oh, it's on the left.
It's on the left, but
on the main road, and you're going down a concrete road.
Off the main road, there's a little concrete road down in a little decline area.
Yeah. I think I want to drop something about it.
All right. Well, I'll try to get the information from how to. I'll try. Boy, there must be a particular name.
Next Tuesday, wrong there. I always are wrong there.
I will get I will get you the information, okay? Or I will have a daughter to come and meet you by the road.
Okay. All right.
All right, buddy.
Oh, okay.
I will have that.
I like to hear her sing, man.
I will have that arranged.
Yeah, I like to hear her sing.
Yeah, nice lady. And
reminding me of my grandmother.
When you meet her, you will see exactly your grandmother. When you meet her, you will see your grandmother. Trust me on that.
Yeah, I like to hear her sing and sing. Yeah.
Nice person, nice person.
And her guitar.
the mouth guitar.
The mouth guitar. Yeah. So
I will get. So I will get her daughter to get in touch with you.
Okay, right? No problem.
All right, my brother. All beautiful. All right, great. That was my brother Leroy. Boy, I tell you, you all want me to go and get some food. Hello, good afternoon.
Had to get, man.
I'm there.
Sometimes they're not getting you at all. They're not getting you at all.
Miss Bernadette, how are you to do?
Oh, ça c'est moi.
I see we have bel madam na su phone na makawe bel portfolio.
Okay, I'm okay. See, I'm not getting you at all. At all.
It's a little difficult on the phone, I could tell you that. How is Soufrière? How is Belfort?
Super great. Belfort is great.
But this morning I
was so happy when I heard my Prime Minister over the phone.
Yes.
Man, that man, God going to leave that man there for a long time.
Zot konta nom sa.
Okay, ça c'est nom qui là.
Ah ouais, c'est mon lovely en pays après, you lovely. Où est dirty mon Labour Party qui a try faire bail là, c'est Alan Charles ne mon lovely pas ça rien qui c'est mon love me c'est ça. Because it's on bell love is
Ah ouais, bio la pouille kay du bouti, la pouille ni boudou bouti.
Ah ouais, yo ça.
So
tout le monde
oui. Tout le monde all right. Moi ni pour parler ba but ni ba parler sur phone, n'importe là qui va sur phone.
Oui, Dodo. Okay.
Ni pas parler là.
All right, Dodo, no problem.
All right.
Okay, have a good day.
All right, bye-bye.
Okay, beautiful. Yes. Hello, good afternoon. You all kept me here already, so I might as well stay.
Hi,
and if I get, si mwen tobe an chez la without because mwen fè se zot ka vini an masi mwen.
Oh, by the way, I just wonder, you asked what Philip GP's legacy. His legacy is having dinner with Nelson Mandela.
Ah, yes, we could give him that?
Yes.
Okay. So you know what we have to ask him? So we have to ask him for the photo of that handshake, and we have to put it somewhere in Castries
Right.
East. Because if that's the only legacy, we have to put it up for the man. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, Dudu.
Okay, take
All
care.
right, beautiful. All right, Senator, 20 minutes after the hour of 1 o'clock. Can you believe it? Now, I'm turning everything off. It's ringing, but I'm sorry. I am not taking it. Let me say thank you very much, Senator, for being with me this morning. And our beloved Prime Minister was in studio with us. He spent at least an hour and a half with us. We want to thank him for that. He was here on the basis of our first cruise ship from the Corona times, all of last year into this year, almost a year and a half. We have not seen a cruise ship with passengers, cruise passengers. We did see the Celebrity Millennium this morning. Some taxi drivers are able to make $1 after such a long time. And this is great, great, great stuff. So thank you, Mr. Prime Minister, along with the Minister of Tourism, Mr. Dominic Fede was here this morning, Brother Norbert Williams as well. Senator, I want to say something. I was saying before all the calls came that if you're alert and put things together in perspective, you'd realize when the election is going to be called. You might not have the actual day, but you would have known. And I'll give you a heads up. The Prime Minister said, because of our children has lost so much throughout the coronavirus, that he would not call the elections during the school period. What does that say? What does that mean? It means that the elections will not be called before school closed. And I understand school is going to be closing on the 9th of July. So the elections will not be called. And the elections will not be called in September when school reopens. Do the math. I am putting it out there. Because, God gave me a little knowledge. Do the math. I'm saying it again. The Prime Minister said that our children have lost so much of their education throughout the coronavirus. And the schools, all of the schools or most of the schools are used during the election. On election day, most of the schools are used as polling divisions. Okay? He said that he would not burden the children to have elections during the school time. So what does that say? So it means elections will not be called before the 9th of July, and it maybe will not be called after the 4th or the 5th of September when school reopens. So we have, I'm putting it out there, we have between the 9th of July, from the 9th or the 10th of July up until the 2nd or 3rd of September. And do the math on that, and you will tell me when the election is called. You will say, Champagne, you are a genius to figure that out. That is an easy thing to understand. It is very easy to understand. Not if you heard the Prime Minister have said it on numerous occasions. He will not interfere with the education of the children because they have lost so much during the COVID time. So I've just put it out there. I don't know the day or the date, the actual day, but I know it's going to be between July and September 2nd or 3rd. I leave you with that, Senator. You have a great afternoon. Enjoy your lunch. The Money Tea is coming up at 2 o'clock. Have a good afternoon. We love you. Don't forget to make sure you check on your ID cards. Make sure you check on your names, because you got from Shaiba. I know of one particular time where 200 plus votes was moved from one particular area of St. Lucia to another particular area. And had that not been done, that individual would have lost the election. I know that. All right? So make sure your name is there. Don't let them tell you, no, Pala, you're voting in Castries, but they tell you down in Central. Don't accept that. Check on your business, because it is very important. Don't allow any lazy people to steal an election. We're not settling for that. They stole it on 2 occasions. They stole it in 2011, 2 seats. Well, 3 seats. I believe strongly that they had stole Choiseul as well. Stole Babono, they stole Grozile. Don't allow that to happen again, St. Lucia. Your future depends on that, all right? Have a good afternoon. Sky FM family, we love you. Coming up at 4:30, the man Dr. Secret. We will have a good, and then at this evening, we have another program with the youth. So until Tomorrow morning, St. Lucia, we love, well, not with the youth. We have Keeping It Real. Sorry, I'm ahead of myself. Tomorrow we have the program with the youth. I'm going to be back here to bring you Keeping It Real, Promises to Be Hot, radio edition with the man, Brother Norbert Williams. You have a good afternoon. I love you and we thank you. Bye. Have a good afternoon.